There's a big-time Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle about to go down here in Carroll, Ohio, between the host Bloom Carroll Bulldogs and the visiting team, the Amanda Clearcreek Aces. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker and Marion Royster. These are two teams battling not only for a chance at a Mid-State League championship, but also a playoff berth. Let's bring in Marion to talk about the Aces, the visiting team. Now, Marion, this is a team coming into the season. They had a lot of question marks. They had lost a lot of talent, including their 3-year starting quarterback in Braden Neff. And they brought in a new coach, Coach Steve Dalton, the first coach in 35 years that does not have ties to Amanda Clearcreek. He quickly erased those question marks. He's got his team off to a great start. They're 6-0. First time since 2009 they've had that great of a record. In that year, they went 11-1. That one loss was in week number 11, so they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they've just been tremendous all year, Jared. I mean, Coach Dalton really couldn't ask for anything more from his guys. They've played well on both sides of the ball, won in all different kinds of ways. Had a tough one last week against Bishop Reedy, trailed most of the game, but found a way to pull it out late. So they've just been great. On offense, much like their opponent tonight, they rely heavily on their quarterback, Junior Peyton Madison. He's been great, does a lot through the air, but does most of his damage on the ground behind that very physical offensive line. And on defense, they really just want to play really sound, defensive sound football, not make very many mistakes, because we've seen this Bloom Carroll offense can strike very quickly and from anywhere on the field if given the opportunity. So should be a good one tonight. If the Aces do that, they should have some success. Let's bring in Tim to talk about the Bulldogs. Now, Tim, Coach Bartholomew is very excited about his team. They're off to a great start as well, 5-1, and it all starts with Otto Coons, their junior quarterback. However, Coach Bartholomew tells us this week that if they can't stop the Aces quarterback, it could be a long night for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, along with maintaining the football and time of possession is critical. Sometimes the best defense is keep the football and play offense. And Otto Coons accumulated, over 1,500 yards of offense already. They need some other players to step up a little bit. And, Coach Bartholomew expressed his concern that they've got to catch better. The young players on the perimeter, the freshmen, the sophomores, just got to make the simple catches. And then you have to control Madison. Both coaches are saying control the quarterback on other teams for good reason. They're both outstanding football players.
It's a Mid-State League Buckeye and Fairfield County battle, and it's going to be great. Great weather here at Carroll, Ohio. We hope you'll stay with us. The kickoff is coming up next on the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Almost everyone needs a car to get from point A to point B, and many families have 2 or more cars. At Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster, we specialize in hard-to-find used cars. As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates through a local area bank, with warranties available on most vehicles. We know your time is valuable, so we take special pride in making sure that you get what you came for at a price that you can afford.
Come into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
Stop by today and let us help you, or visit us online at carriagecompany.com. Tonight's Mike the Ref is brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street. They've been serving Lancaster and the Fairfield County area for over 25 years. And for those years, Don's has supported numerous charities and youth sports teams, and they continue to support our community. Don's values every customer and wishes all the area teams a successful season. To find out more, visit them at donsfurniture.com. Too many seniors in Fairfield County are left behind, alone and hungry, struggling to stay independent and healthy. Meals on Wheels is a proven system of services built to be there day in and day out for every aging person in Fairfield County. Meals on Wheels makes sure that the people who took care of us are not forgotten, that their worth is acknowledged, and they continue to enjoy inclusion and respect as they face the challenges of aging in their own homes, where they want to be. Your vote on November 6th will ensure senior services will continue for older adults in Fairfield County.
For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
Those great people practice, even in the rain and the weather.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions. First time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
Congratulations, and be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Welcome back to Carroll Stadium, where tonight the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs will host the Amanda Clearcreek Aces. As we wrap up our Personal Touch Party Rentals pregame show, we move into the keys of the game, brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. Now, Tim, we talked obviously extensively about the two quarterbacks because they're really, what makes these two teams go. However, there's some you can't do it without 10 other guys on the field with you. There are some pieces to these two teams that are key for these teams. Who do you think we should key on tonight?
Well, for us, I think as a group, you need to really look at the Carroll receivers. They're youthful, they're outstanding, but they've had some drops and haven't cut some passes that I know Coach Bartholomew wants to. But as a group, that's who I would signal out. I think from Amanda's standpoint, when you look at them, we'll mention the individuals later, but I think the key is they've only given up 60 points in 6 games. It doesn't take a math genius. It's only 10 points a game. So as a group, I think that's critical to see if Bloom Carroll can move the ball against that staunch defense.
Just about set to get underway here at Carroll Stadium. The kickoff tonight is brought to you by Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Buckeye Lake Marina is back and better than ever. And the gang at Buckeye Lake Marina looks forward to your support. It will be the Bulldogs kicking off to the Aces. Now, these are two teams, Tim, that they have pretty good special teams when it comes to kicking. Obviously, with with having soccer at both these schools, they utilize soccer players. Zach Meadows is the kicker for Amanda. He's been kicking for them for 4 years. He's a senior. He's very experienced. On the other side, for Bloom Carroll, of course, their kicker as well has been Cameron Shirkey. He's just a junior, but he's been kicking for 3 years, and that could, in a game like this, play a big role.
Sometimes the kicker's the difference, Jared. The kicking game is a vital part of the football game. We've talked about that every week we're on, whether it be kick scoring, punting, kickoffs. But look at when you see Shirkey's stats, look at how many touchbacks he has from the kickoff position, which means the other team's going to start from deep in territory. That you have to drive it against Carroll to gain a score. That's outstanding from the Carroll side.
Let's go down and get a thought from Marion on the sidelines. Marion, great atmosphere tonight for this battle. Homecoming night here at Bloom Carroll.
Outstanding atmosphere. Walking up and down the sideline, seeing the Bulldogs here, they are definitely ready to go tonight. Again, a beautiful night for football. Looks like we might get some rain. Again, I'm not a weatherman, but the weather shows something maybe coming around 7:30 or 7:15, so we'll see if that plays a part as well.
Shirkey. Kick goes to the far side. It'll be taken at about the 6-yard line by Jace Miller. Miller up the left sideline, and will get up across the 20. And they'll start right about the 25-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to have an interesting matchup, Jared, with Amanda's offense, which predominantly likes to run the football, get downhill, use their physical line play. Carroll threw a shutout last week against Circleville, so that's Coach Bartholomew's got to be totally happy with last week's effort. So see if they can match that somewhat tonight against a very physical offensive football team.
Peyton Madison, the quarterback, lines up in that shotgun formation. He's got Skylar Boyer split out wide to the right side. Madison keeps it himself. He'll get up to about the 30 for a 5-yard gain. That's a good start for the Aces.
Well, when you look at the statistics, you see that Peyton Madison is going to carry the football. He is a running quarterback. Not to say that he can't throw it, because you have to provide that to keep teams off balance, but his strength is running the football.
Here's Madison again, this side off right tackle, and still pushing his way forward, getting some help there from his offensive line. Gets up near the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Madison, a 5'11", 170-pound junior. Looking at their offensive line, they've got some size up there. Curtis Butterball, 6'3", 282. Owen Dunlap, 5'11", 282. Noah Smith, 6 foot, 218. He's got some guys, not only size, but experience. Most of the guys on this offensive line, seniors and juniors. Here's Madison on 3rd and 1, and he's not going to get it, I don't think.
Now, really good effort by the Bloom Carroll defense to get penetration and blow that thing up.
Hobie Scarberry coming in, as well as Clay Dozer. So 3 plays, 3 Peyton Madison carries for the Aces. Now it's 4th down and 1. And we'll see what Coach Dalton decides to do here. They are not lined up to punt, so they're going to go for it here.
A statement early in the game.
Yes, it is. And their plan worked. They were not going to go for it at all. They were just going to try to draw Bloom Carroll off sides, and it worked.
Listen, Peyton Madison's run for 682 yards, Jared. He's averaging almost 8 yards per carry at 7.7.
Wow.
I mean, that's just outstanding. But he's like a tailback there.
Yep.
It's like a wildcat, direct snap, and they use the tailback Fairchild to come up and throw an extra block on the linebacker. So get a first down with a little bit of lack of discipline there by the Carroll defensive line.
1st and 10 Aces at the 39-yard line.
Oh, yeah, great play.
On the carry was number 25, Jesse Connell for the Aces. Speaking of rushing stats, how about his? 9 carries, 128 yards, 14.2 per carry.
Big play, Jesse's what they might call him.
Yeah.
And he's their leading tackler on defense, guys.
Yeah.
He's a special football player.
2nd down and 11, we'll call it, for the Aces. Connell and Miller stand beside Madison. Here's a handoff to Miller. And again, great defense by the Bulldogs.
Well, Carroll's showing some quickness there in their defensive line. They're moving well laterally. They're making penetration, and they're just playing the run right now, which I think you have to make a team one-dimensional. Yeah. And if they're good enough to also throw and beat you, you might not have a chance anyway.
It's a real fun game for me to call, Shu, as I used to teach at Amanda Clearcreek. I had all these juniors and seniors for Amanda Clearcreek when they were in 7th grade. So it's kind of fun for me to see them now growing up out here as juniors and seniors getting it done on the football field.
Yeah, they become young men is what happens.
That's right. 3rd down and 12 for the Aces. Madison, he has pressure looking downfield. Nobody's open, and he's just going to throw it away. Pressured by Zach Collins.
They have just totally penetrated and got by the offensive line of Amanda here to start the game.
Boy, great coverage downfield as well. Boyer was running a fly route, and his man was all over him. Trying to see a number on him. I think that's 17.
Well, the thing
yeah,
is,
Austin Messmore had him covered up.
When you flush him out and force him to a sideline, Jared, you only have to defend half the football field at that point. So it makes it simpler and allows your defensive backs to be more aggressive.
Connell to punt it away. Had pressure and he got it away. Not a bad punt for being rushed. And Boyer knocks it down at the 35, and it rolls backwards. It'll be down at the 27.
Why would they put it at 27 if it was touched at the 35?
I don't know.
I think they're
going to move it now.
I was going to say.
So good defensive possession there for the Bulldogs.
Oh, I thought outstanding, Jared. See if they can maintain that throughout the game, and because Amanda will make adjustments and they'll have to see. But boy, if they continue to get pressure and beat their defensive line, now we see an interesting matchup with Otto Coons in his offense against a really, really outstanding defense also. And
the game that we did earlier out here at Bloom Carroll, Coons was throwing it all over the field to several different receivers. 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Empty backfield.
Scarberry goes in motion. He'll take the handoff. And a great run on 1st down, getting up near the 45-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 43.
Yeah, nice gain, 8 yards, getting on the perimeter right away. And, Carroll looks quick right now on both sides of the football.
Yeah. 2nd and 2. Carroll's first possession, 0-0, 8:04 to count to play here in the first quarter. Coons keeps it himself. He's got the 1st down and more, and then hit hard by number 11, Andrew Hunter.
Again, we're going to see 2 quarterbacks tonight that like to and can run the football well.
Yep. 1st and 10 near midfield. Carroll going with that little bit of a hurry up here. Coons with 3 receivers to the near side, 2 out to the right. Nobody in the backfield with him.
The thing is, the play isn't always fast, Jared, but they're getting lined up quick so they can make some reads on the Amanda defense.
Screen pass out to the right side. What a job by Andrew Hunter, who read it perfectly.
Yeah, they sniffed that out. There was pressure on the quarterback, and then, of course, a great tackle out on the corner. That was textbook for him.
Yes, it was. Andrew spent the last couple of years as the backup quarterback to Braden Neff, who was the 3-year starter. And Coach Dalton said coming into the season it was a battle between Peyton Madison and Andrew Hunter. But he said whoever does not win the job as a starting quarterback will be on the field 99% of the time, somewhere. And you see right there why. There's Hunter again, making the stop in the backfield.
Well, they're going to be aggressive. Coach Bartholomew talked about the aggressiveness of Amanda's defense. And until Bloom throws the ball vertically down the field, they're going to keep coming aggressive like that.
3rd down and 14 at their own 44-yard line.
And you'll notice, guys, the Aces defensive backs in the plays coming up had given them a lot of room up front. So we'll see if they back up a little bit on this play.
Coons drops back to pass. He's pressured.
Throws
it over. It's intercepted. Jace Miller comes away with it at the Bloom Carroll 45-yard line.
Anytime you throw across your body late over the middle, it's going to be trouble. If you complete it, you're probably lucky. But that's the discipline of Amanda's defense, Jared, right there in the right spot. played the ball well. Here it comes. Watch him throw across his body, running left, back to the middle.
Miller just steps right in front of it.
Yeah, no chance. That's one you got to learn to live for the next play. Maybe have to throw it away. Nothing wrong with a punt.
Replays tonight brought to you by Kumler Collision and Automotive, providing quality service since 1928. There's a good look in at Peyton Madison there, the quarterback for the Aces. On 1st and 10, Madison going to keep it right side. Has some good blocking. Nice footwork as well. Madison still on his feet across the 30-yard line.
It's kind of like the Wildcat every play.
It is, yeah.
Number 15, Peyton Madison, the ball carrier.
You know, you're just going to have to commit and stop the run.
Yeah, it's
Carroll's
like
defense.
no secret what you're going to get with them.
Absolutely not.
1st and 10 Aces. And we've got a false start.
And see that when you we've talked about this for years, especially when we get to do Lancaster as being a running-based team. Two things that really hurt you are fumbles and penalties.
Mike the ref tonight. Hopefully we'll get him mic'd up or get his mic turned on here. Next call, Mike the ref brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Tell you about those officials coming up in just a little bit. 1st and 15 for the Aces. Madison this time hands it off to Alex Fairchild, and not a whole lot there.
Number 3, Alex Fairchild, the ball carrier.
Say no gain, 2nd and 15. Bryce Heisel on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
No gain on the play, going to bring up a 2nd and 15.
Clock rolls at 5:36 and counting here in the first quarter. Madison with Miller beside him as well. Fairchild pitches it out at the last minute. Fairchild, takes a big hit near the 30. Gets up near the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, an option look that time, but Carroll did a really nice job. It takes disciplined people to play defense against the option because you have assignments and you have to play the assignment.
3rd down and 11 here.
And this is what Coach Bartholomew wanted out of his team this year, or out of his defense this game, is put them in long down and distance situations on 3rd down.
Madison drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's got some good blocking from his blockers. Fires one late. He's got a man down there. That's Alex Smith, but he dropped the football at the 1-yard line.
Boy, he did a really good job of coming back to the ball also, Jared.
Yeah,
just couldn't quite hang on.
A little bit underthrown.
Yes.
The flag down.
I don't know. Did he pass the line of
Marion,
scrimmage?
was he across the line of scrimmage when he made that pass?
He did not look like it to me, but I may have missed that one, guys. Apparently he was.
They're checking with Coach Bartholomew to see if he wants to accept it. We'll get the call here momentarily. I guess he was.
It's a loss of down anyway.
Here, we'll see here. 29 looks like is the line of scrimmage. Well, no, I'm sorry, the 30. Ooh, that's close.
Well, you have to have all parts across, and that's fast motion.
Yeah.
So by rule, it has to be both feet, along with the body across that line to be considered past the line of scrimmage.
So 4th and 15. They decline it.
Now, I think you take it, Jared, because it's automatic loss of down.
Okay. That's right, because it was 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
And now we have another penalty.
Hey, give him the 5 yards right back,
5-yard penalty will still bring up a 4th and 10.
Have to get referee Jim Beery's mic going so we can hear the call and the explanation.
Yeah. 4th and 10 now at the 29-yard line. Fairchild stands beside Peyton Madison. Madison has pressure. Pass is complete to Boyer. Boyer gets up across the 25. Not enough for the first down, but positive yardage.
Yeah, good call. You know what? You're forcing the Carroll defense to make a defensive play, and they did that. Give them credit. We thought Amanda was going to maybe push this through, but the penalty really set them back there. When you went 1st and 15, it just makes it harder to get 15 yards in these scenarios.
Yeah, you said it, Shu. When you're a primarily running team like Amanda is, it's just so important to, as they say, stay on schedule, making sure that you don't get any penalties so you don't get yourself in 3rd and long, because it can really set your offense back.
And Marion, you know firsthand about that because you played for a run-oriented offense for Jim Grobe at Ohio University.
Oh, yeah, all we did was run. So it was very important that we always stayed on schedule.
Yep.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Scarberry in motion. Coon's going to keep it himself and going to be wrapped up near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, real good physical play by the Amanda defensive line right there.
First man in there, number 29, that's Lane Stevens for the Aces, coming out of that linebacker position.
Well, sometimes those opportunities for your linebacker or corners comes because the line is so physical and it takes people to handle them that the other people become free. And I really like the burst off the ball from the defensive line right there, Jared.
Call it no gain, 2nd and 10.
Look how tight they are.
Yeah.
They're within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, daring Carroll to throw it deep.
Coons drops back to pass, looking over the middle. Fires one down the right side. He's got a man. It's complete at the 50, but he dropped the football.
The right call, the right connection.
Number 12,
but the wrong finish.
Just could not keep a hold of it.
What a beautiful throw, though.
Intended for Josh Evans. I believe Evans is their leading receiver.
Well, he's a great kick returner also for the Carroll team.
16 receptions, 216 yards, 5 touchdowns this season.
Well, one of the things I know Coach Bartholomew said he has stressed this week is catch the ball.
Yeah.
We have to catch the football. And it's not that they aren't trying to.
Right.
It's just a matter of taking it to the next level and make that concentration so strong that you do catch it.
3rd and 10.
I like the vertical call, though, on 2nd down. I love that.
Coons keeps it himself up the middle, dances his way up to the 30. Going to bring up a 4th down and about 3.
Yeah, I like that. You know, let him make a play. You know, Jesse Connell did a real good job of making sure he didn't get any further that time.
Now, is Carroll going to do the same thing that Amanda did, try to draw him off?
Yeah, with Coach Bartholomew, you never know. You know, you don't.
It's true.
No, he can do anything here. And, you know, he may even quick kick. See, he's going to step back and quick kick it here. There's nobody back. So guess what?
And a good end-over-end kick. That's going to get a good Bloom Carroll roll.
There you go.
Look at that.
That's a really smart play.
Inside the 10, it's still rolling. Wow, what a job. They're going to down it at the 5.
Nice cut by number 12.
Easy to do that when your quarterback's also your punter, right, Marion?
Absolutely. What a call by Coach Bartholomew there, and what a job of execution. I mean, for, Coons to get off that type of punt, to pin them back. Again, field position so important in a game like this with 2 close teams. Just a great call, great execution by Bloom. Just heck of a job, heck of a job.
Yeah, 64-yard punt. That doesn't hurt your team's field position at all.
Absolutely.
No. 1st and 10 Aces. They're backed up to their own 5-yard line.
See, I like showing that formation when they have nobody back to fair catch it. It's just huge.
Madison keeps it again and going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're well prepared. You can see the preparation has come in from film study and practice field right here for Carroll. They're going to force them to do something else, Jared. It's going to be a battle of wills.
Brought down by senior number 50.
2nd and looks like 11 for the Aces. Madison stands 1 foot into the end zone as he takes the shotgun snap, runs left tackle, gets positive yards up near the 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, you've really got to stay home. You have to read your keys because he's going to fake a lot of handoffs, and he's really good. And as you mentioned earlier, he has good footwork, and he likes to run the football. You have to like to run it to do that.
He's also shown great patience tonight, guys. I've been really impressed with him, waiting for his blocks to develop. Been doing well with that.
3rd down and 6.
Yeah, big play here early in the game, in my opinion.
Madison fakes the handoff, then pitches it out. That's dangerous. Wow. It's fumbled, and it's recovered by the Bulldogs. Was he in the end zone? Was he out of bounds?
I think
no signal yet from the officials. Now it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, my. Boy, did they have that defended well,
They
Jared.
did.
Number 18, Clay Dozer.
I think the press box is coming down.
Yeah. Clay Dozer falls out into the end zone. Watch the replay here.
Yeah, watch how well this is defended right here. Hit him on the toss, couldn't pick it up, and then strip him as he's going down. And here's the effort to get on it before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
There's no way we don't.
No. Yeah, Clay Dozer gets credit for the touchdown. Shirky on to kick the extra point. Almost blocked, but it's through the upright, and the Bulldogs strike first with 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. They lead it 7-0.
Extra point by number 10.
Boy, you get a score from your defense in a game like this. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one to see from our angle. It was close over on that far side, but the official was right on top of it.
Yeah, the side judge over there, he is right there, so he could easily determine whether he was out of bounds or not.
Just got a score update from Lancaster as it's their homecoming game hosting Pickerington Central. Got a baseball game going on. It's 2-0 Pick Central.
Yeah, speaking of baseball, we're into the playoffs.
That's right.
So it's that time of year, isn't it great?
Not a good start for the Indians, though.
Nah, it's one game, and that's how you have to view it.
Right.
But when you're playing the defending champs, you know there's going to be a lot of pride there.
Yeah. But here at Carroll Stadium at Bloom Carroll, the Bulldogs strike first. Their defense gets them 7 points or 6 points, and Cameron Shirky tacks on the extra to lead at 7-0.
But their defense has really come out like gangbusters.
Yes, they have.
You know, Coach Bartholomew mentioned something else, too, about Amanda. They will do some trick plays, and he felt they really need to be cognizant of those situations as a staff and as a team. There you go.
Man, there's the big leg of Cameron Shirky.
Yeah, we've talked that, he's had a really good, successful kicking season, and one of those keys to his success is, kicking it, for touchbacks and no returns.
Mariano, it was like we had a stalemate there for the biggest part of the first quarter, but did some life, just seemed like the Bulldogs picked up some life after that defensive stand?
Yes, absolutely did. The sidelines fired up, and again, I just go back to, what a great call on that quick kick and execution, and able to pin them back and able to get the 6 points on defense.
Yeah. Madison now to pass, and it's picked off. It's a pick 6 for the Bulldogs. Wow. Trying to get a number. That was read perfectly. That's number 20, Gavin Powers.
Boy, he read that beautifully.
Is that 20 or 22?
It's hard to tell with those uniforms because of the shadowing.
It's not 20 or 22. It's 26.
26?
26. Eli Coppas.
We got to give the credit to who
Yeah,
it's due.
exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to tell clear across the field here. And not the shadows that the lights are causing. It's that the uniforms are designed with like a shadow effect.
Yep. So Shirky back on to kick an extra point.
How about 14 points in about, 10 seconds?
Yeah. Extra point. Wow. This one is no good.
Whoa, that's big.
Somebody might have got a finger on it.
Yeah.
But how about this? In the first quarter, Bloom Carroll's defense with 12 points.
Incredible. Who would have thunk it, huh?
Who needs an all-league quarterback like Coons when you have your defense just put 13 points on the board, guys?
So 1:18 to play in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs lead at 13-0. And you mentioned that could come back big, a missed extra point.
You never know. And as a coach, I guess I'm one of those coaches that, you want to always be right, and you kind of always are leery that, boy, I hope that doesn't cost us.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, just tell you a little bit about Coppas there. Made the pick 6 there. That is his 4th interception on the year. leading the team in interceptions.
Wow.
And last week, he had actually just stepped up on the offense side of the football, was their leading receiver with 3 catches over 90 yards. So, and I have him at least listed on my roster as a freshman. So, young guys really stepping up, especially this time of year for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I've got him listed as a freshman as well. Keep that name in mind. That might be one we're talking about at the end of the game as one of our players of the game. Could be.
Well, I like the Carroll defensive game plan. You know, make them throw the football.
This time Shirkey's going to kick it inside the 5. It'll be Jace Miller to return it.
Good coverage.
Yeah. He's not even going to make it to the 15. So the Aces go back on offense after 2 consecutive series where they turn the ball over and give up points in both of them.
Let me ask you this. Would you like to wager that this play is a run?
I would say yes.
It's kind of like the coach that never plays zone defense and he plays it and somebody hits a 3. You won't see it again for a while. He's going to go back to with what they're most successful, which is going to be right here with Madison run the football. Yep. But the Carroll middle of the Carroll line
is nothing there.
Well, and you got to stay home. He's showing that he's able to cut back, Jared. He's trying to find that seam. Excuse me, Marion said he's very patient. He's looking for that seam and then cut back and change direction, but the Carroll defenders are staying in their lanes.
One thing that I've noticed about Madison here, watching him live and then also seeing some pictures of him when he runs the football, he really, really protects that football. He's holding it up high. He's got his hand over the point. He's really protecting it. Of course, now, you know, after 2 consecutive series where they turn it over, that's important.
That's coaching fundamentals 101, Jared. Take care of the football. There you go.
Madison's pass complete to Alex Smith. Smith had a nice little move right there. Kind of faked his man out, but his man was able to get a shoestring to bring him down.
You know, Bloom Carroll's in the same situation the Amanda defense was playing, how they were playing earlier, is that you just got to sneak up in there. And until they go vertical and prove that they can get over you, stay tight.
I'd like to see him go to Alex Smith a little more. He's 6'6", 243, tight end.
Nice target. Here's the end of the quarter, Jared, I believe.
Time's going to run out here in the first quarter as the Bulldogs have a great defensive last, I guess, not really a full quarter, a great defensive 2 minutes to put 13 points on the board. They lead at 13-0.
They actually had an outstanding quarter.
Yes, they did. Tim, we have some sponsors we'd like to say thank you to.
Let's say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Also want to say thanks to our scoreboard sponsor tonight, Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. And remember, every one of our football games will be televised with their instant replay immediately after the game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Lancaster location. They get some great crowds in there on Friday nights.
And here's one of the things I really love about
probably wouldn't do good to throw water on that way.
Games like this, Jared, is when you have a team like Amanda, great pride, they're undefeated, now they're down, and you get to find out something about your team.
Yeah.
In coaching, that's one of the funnest things to do, because you know what we're going to see. We're going to see a fight here. They're going to come out because they are prideful, they are well coached, but I always find that interesting to watch and see how young people respond.
Quickly checking some scores around the area. Groveport Madison leads Canal Winchester 7-0 in the second quarter. Pickerington North over Grove City 14-3 in the first quarter. It is, as I mentioned earlier, Pick Central over Lancaster 2-0 in the first quarter. We'll get to some others here momentarily. Third down and 7 for the Aces. Madison back to pass. He's pressured, and he's just going to have to throw it away.
Well, they are getting through. They are showing a lot of quickness on their defensive line tonight. Their whole defensive unit looks quick.
I believe that was 59. Bryce Heisel getting in there, as well as number 18, Clay Dozer.
You know, Amanda's won the last 2 games in this series, and I think some of these kids are feeling like, you know, it's time for us.
Yeah, Amanda had lost 4 in a row from 2012 to 2015, but they've won 2 in a row, as you mentioned.
You Last year by 5 points, they came back and won late. And the year before over at Amanda, here at Carroll, they won by 4.
Connell, a high kick. Bounces at the 48, takes an Amanda bounce, and now heads toward the sideline. And it'll go out of bounds at the 42.
Great field position.
Yes, it is.
Now watch Coach Bartholomew here. This is a kind of time where he's not afraid to take a risk. He'll let one fly or do whatever, right? You know.
Up 13-0. Might see a fly pattern here to the end zone. Never know.
You're right. He's not afraid to let it go.
So Coons brings his offense out. 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line, leading 13-0. Early here in the second quarter. Coons will hand it off right up the middle. It's number 9, Maybe Scarberry, getting the first down and more.
I thought Amanda's defense moved very well laterally that time, but he made a miss and got through the contact. Excellent run.
But Marion mentioned the youth of, some of their defensive players. How about Hobie Scarberry, just a sophomore, been their primary ball carrier tonight.
Showing a lot of skill, that's for sure.
Here's Scarberry in motion. He's going to take it again. It's a double handoff. Now a pitch back. Oh, my. Down the middle. Wide open. It is caught. It's a touchdown, Bulldogs. Josh Evans.
Never doubt Coach Bartholomew and his creativity.
Wow.
A double reverse, toss back, flea flicker.
Yeah.
That's even got Marion wound up down there.
There was nobody within 20 yards of Josh Evans.
That was incredible, guys. What a call. And again, you guys called it. Kudos to you. Coach Bartholomew, he does not hesitate to really put his foot on the throat of the defense when he's got him down like that. What a call, what a play.
Wow.
Now he's going for 2.
Yeah, try to go for 2 here to get it back to a 3-touchdown lead as a flag comes in.
Playing catch up with those points.
Still don't have our official. I think he's got it switched back and forth.
It's an illegal substitution.
I heard him earlier during the quarter break talking. I think he's got it switched to where when it's on, he thinks it's off.
And when he's off, he's on? Is that it?
Time down.
See, there it is. Now it's on. Maybe we could just have him leave it on the entire time.
To be honest, a lot of the guys are not used to wearing them consistently because they don't have that opportunity each and every week. So, Look here. I mean, that was just, all you got to do, that's like a punt. Just catch it.
Yeah.
Wasn't anybody within 20 yards of him.
Shirky on to kick the extra point after the penalty.
I like this call better, but not the snap, but I like the call better. Don't get your kicker hurt.
Shirky fires it in the end zone. It's caught! Wow! And now a flag comes in. They might have had guys illegally downfield, but how about that? Cameron Shirky.
I don't know. Somebody can recall what Super Bowl Garo Upremian for the Dolphins throwing it down on a botched snap.
Wow. Yeah, illegal man downfield, but how about that? Making something out of nothing there.
Yeah, you know what? As a coach, I'm sweating. I don't want my kicker to get tackled there.
So now it's going to back him up again.
This will be more in his range.
You're going to take the illegal block in the back, because that's going to move him back 10 from where we were.
Oh, I guess we had 2 penalties.
We're going to take the illegal block.
Illegal man downfield and illegal block in the back.
So now we got, what, a 35-yard extra point?
Yeah. Yeah, ball's going to be spotted, or it'll be held at the 25. And it's blocked. Skylar Boyer gets in there and gets a hand on it.
All 3 times there's been pressure on the kick. One he's made, one he's missed, and one he's had blocked.
Yeah, Boyer just quickly comes from that right side, untouched.
Again, some coaching preparation by the Amanda coaching staff right there, Jared.
Yeah.
They've seen something on that left side of the Bloom Carroll line.
Yeah, two things, guys. Again, just going back to that play, just a fantastic job by Evans there. We did see him drop the one earlier, but really to look it in when you're that wide open, I know as a receiver is sometimes the hardest catch to make when you're that wide open, just to look it in, make sure you secure the catch. And then whenever you have a long developing play like that, kudos to the offensive line to block that long, to have two handoffs, pitch it back to the quarterback, and then have him make a throw like that. Yeah. You've got to give credit to your offensive line for being able to hold their blocks that long and execute that play.
Absolutely. Tim, there's another big game going on in the Mid-State League over in the Cardinal Division as Harvest Prep and Bern Union. Right now in the first quarter, Harvest Prep leads at 8-7.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were impressed with the Rockets when we were down at Sugar Grove. So,
and that was a game where, they had to overcome a lot. There was a long delay, with lightning.
No,
and
they were
lots
impressive.
Of flags.
The physicality was impressive. They executed pretty well that night. They have a good ball club, Jared.
Shirky's kick will go down to the 5. It'll be taken right there by Jace Miller. Miller up the near sideline. Good return.
Yeah, but I like what Carroll's doing. They're limiting the space they have to cover. They're kicking it to a corner. Of course, you have to have a kicker that's good enough to kick it to the 5-yard line. 5 yards inside the out-of-bounds line. That takes skill and talent in itself, but it sure helps your coverage people to know where the ball's going to be.
Yep.
Again, seeing a lot of good coaching things on both sides here tonight. That's why both teams have the record they have and where they are in the standings.
How about this score update? In the second quarter, Lancaster leads Pickerington Central 3-2.
Fifth inning.
Got a 3-run home run.
Yeah. Gotta love it, don't you?
False start on Amanda Clearcreek.
Boy, just a killer. Hey. I just hate to see it for a coach because the angst that goes through you in that situation.
Two-stake.
We were talking to Coach Little, the athletic director here at Bloom Carroll, before the game. He was telling us that Coach Dalton actually started here coaching. He was right out of college, got hired as a teacher, and was an assistant football coach. Then he went over to, ironically, to Logan Elm, where he was an assistant with Coach Bartholomew's dad.
Yep.
And then he gets his head coaching job at Bern Union, and then he goes to Amanda Clearcreek. So been all around the league, and he knows the Bartholomew's well. Here's a nice pass down to the 50 to Jace Miller, and it's complete. Great pass from Madison to Miller.
Was. But they're going to have to prove they can do that.
Yeah.
Carroll's done such a good job. And what a nice pass and catch right there, Jared.
First and 10 Aces in Bloom Carroll territory. Madison keeps it himself after the fake handoff to Fairchild. And he's hit and driven backwards. I think he might have gotten 2 with his forward progress.
Yeah, watch him roll right. Here comes the pressure from the right end. And watch the throw on the run.
That's an impressive throw.
It is.
On the run like that?
It is. That's a great throw and catch right there.
And, guys, that's going to be there for Amanda all night. Bloom has really been heavy into the man-to-man, and if they can drag those receivers across the field, they should be able to have some success with that.
The key is whether his line can give him enough time.
Madison again to pass. Fires one down the far sideline. He's got Boyer out there. Was he in bounds? No, they say he was out. Boyer's pointing up to the press box. I think he wants a replay. He's saying, look at it. I was in. But another nice pass.
Yeah, that was a really good throw there, Jared. Right over the shoulder.
Good route by Boyer, too. He really sold that double move.
Yeah.
Too bad the pass let him out of bounds.
3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 41.
But if I'm Carroll, I'm okay with that. That's a low-risk play.
Yeah.
It's a big play, but it's low risk.
Madison again to pass. Behind his intended receiver, Jace Miller, and to bring up a 4th down.
Number 15's pass intended for number 5.
Now what do you do if you're Amanda? You play field position because your defense has been so good, or they're going to stay with the offense, Jared?
Connell's the punter, and he's trotting off right now. So they're going to keep the offense on the field. Tight end Smith going to split out wide to the near side along with Jace Miller. 2 receivers out to the right.
Huge momentum play right here either way.
Maybe going to try to draw them off again. Even if they do, that's not enough for a first down.
Same thing. Are they just going to kick it because there's nobody back and play the field position? Yep.
And he's going to get a nice roll. Look at this one. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and down at the 1-yard line. Wow. Twice tonight, once from each team. Quarterback with a great punt.
And Madison's was low there.
Yeah.
But he kicked it right, and he got the turf roll.
It's good for the goose. It's good for the gander, guys. Why not?
That's inside the 1. You can't get much closer to the goal line than that.
We saw a 99-yard play here a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, and credit the receivers to get down the field quickly because that was a low kick, as you said. It had a fast roll to it. They got down there quickly to down it.
Just good special teams play.
So 1st and 10 Bulldogs. They lead at 19-0 with 9:53 to play in the first half.
Now, if you're Amanda, I want my defense, and I'm sure they will be. They're going to be really aggressive right now.
If you're the offensive line, desperately cannot get called for a hold right here in the end zone. That's a safety.
They're going to attack, Jared. They need to turn the tide here a little bit and get something real positive for their football team to happen.
Got an official stoppage. Alex Fairchild, I think, was having some issues with equipment, so the official sends him off the field. And coming on to replace him.
1st and 10. Here we
is
go.
Number 10, Tim Smith. Coons sends Scarberry in motion. Back to pass. It's complete out to the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Nice little safe call. You run your split in down the field, clears a little space, and then throw it to the flat.
Evan Willett on the reception.
Gives you a little room now, Jared.
th reception on the year for Willett. 2nd and about 4. Here's Willett again at the 10-yard line. Gets out of a tackle up to the 11 and close to the first down with that second effort.
Yeah, but just a little stop route. Get it to him, catch the football as we've said all night, and you move the chains.
We heard the official say first down. They will move it. Yeah, just that second effort, getting out of that tackle, gets them the first down. 1st and 10, clock rolls inside of 10 minutes. And we have a whistle.
Coach Bartholomew doing the sideline sprint there.
Tonight's timeouts are being brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check them out on their website at carriagecompany.com. Tim, these two teams to get here tonight. Obviously, Amanda's at 6-0, Bloom Carroll at 5-1. Let's take a look at their schedules, not just what they've had, but what they have coming up. Of course, in the Mid-State League Buckeye, you can't take any nights off.
No, we've talked for years about how you got to be prepared every night to play well.
I know I called for that without giving a warning, so apologize to our truck. There's the Bulldog is out tonight. Yeah, if we can get a look at those schedules, there they are.
Well, you see, Bloom Carroll has got to go to a Columbus Academy, who has a nice football team. The Fairfield Union game is always big between Carroll and Fairfield, and then they host Logan Elm. And the Aces got the neighbors over there in Circleville at home. Then they go to Hamilton, who played really well against Fairfield Union, and then you have a very good Taze Valley the last week. So interesting schedule here as things pan out.
Coons rolling out the pass. He's pressured and just throws it away. Good decision by Otto Coons.
Great play. You know, here's the thing, and you know, people have pounded this drum here. Amanda's 6 opponents in the first 6 weeks are combined 8 and 28. They're this, they're not that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and you and I talked about this on the web.
Yep.
All you got to do is win. Doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to apologize for what league you're in or who you play. Win
the games on your schedule.
Just win the games that are on your schedule, and you'll get in.
Yep. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Coons rolls to the far side, looking downfield, and he overthrew his man. Scarberry, I think, had stopped running, and Coons wanted him to go more toward the sideline.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between receiver and quarterback.
Boy, from being down here on the field, though, that pass was humming, guys. he really put some heat on it. It just shows his arm strength.
Yeah, Marion, what even amazes me more, and I'm glad you said that, is I'm watching him roll left and throw it like that. That's hard.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, wow, that's not to his strong side.
3rd and 10 here. Good shot there, Otto Coons, lined up behind the center. Back to pass, has some pressure. Alex Smith is in there. Coons does a nice job dancing away from it, and then he's going to throw it away, and there's a flag coming in. Pass interference, 2 flags.
They can't tackle the receiver.
No, cannot.
The thing is, what's impressive, and we've seen this before with Coons, is when he is pressured and under pressure, he keeps his poise so well. And when he escaped there, he kept his head downfield.
You're on the 11, you're going to the 26.
Saw what he wanted.
Yeah, Alex Smith on this left defensive end spot, he had just blasted through there, knocked his man backwards. But then Coons did a nice job just dancing away from him.
Yeah, he did a little skip move, got out of the sideline, but he keeps his poise, Jared. You don't see a panic in him. I mean, we even see people at higher levels than this panic at times when they get those type things.
Watch the matchup toward the middle of the screen now. You don't see it there. 44, Alex Smith. Watch him with the left tackle, or right tackle. Here's Coons keeping it, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Leading the charge once again for Amanda Clearcreek is number 29. That's Lane Stevens.
Lane Stevens is really, really active, Jared. But again, you got Smith over here on his side with him. That helps.
Yeah.
Because he's going to occupy some people. You have to pay attention to him.
Alex going out of that 4-point stance. 2nd and 12. Coons pass complete on the near sideline and knocked out of bounds right about the 32.
But you know, that's so simple, it looks to people, but throwing that out, we saw his hands right in front of us. Catch it with his hands, take it to his body, and now you've got a reasonable 3rd down play. That is, you can't take that for granted how important that is, that accuracy and the ability to complete that pass.
That's another sophomore, Evan Willett. He's having a good night tonight receiving.
You know, execution, you hear people talk about it all the time, but that was perfect execution.
3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Nobody in the backfield with Coons. Now he'll send Evans in motion, fakes a handoff to him. Coons keeps it, dives forward, and he's got the 1st down.
Yep, his long frame and his effort will at the end of the run got him a 1st down.
Yep.
Boy, this drive here, if they can continue to eat clock and move the ball and get points, this would really, really put a damper on Amanda going into halftime. Got a ways to go, though, against a staunch defense of Amanda.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Coons hands it off to Evans. Good tackle there by Peyton Madison.
Well, Peyton shows he's a good two-way player, Jared. Not only does he touch the ball on every offensive play, he has to come make tackles, and I think he leads the team in interceptions with 4.
2nd down and 4. Good look there at Coach Bartholomew's view. That is Coach Bartholomew there in camera. Low snap picked up by Scarberry, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Look who got in there again, Lane Stevens.
I'm telling you, He is really active and aggressive and smart. He's playing his position as well as you can play it on the end there. Outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him. He's really good on the edge.
Yeah. So a 3rd down and 8 is what the Bulldogs will have as the clock rolls at 6:34 and counting here in this first half.
They flip him and Smith this time defensively. They're on the right side now, Jared, when they see formation here. And they're going to try and roll away from those two.
He's got a man down there, one-on-one coverage. Great defense by Andrew Hunter. How about that, Marion? Just kind of got that right hand in there and knocked it away.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was a great job by the Amanda Clearcreek defense right there. Bloom Carroll tried to run a flood route and roll Otto Coons out, and they've had a lot of success with that this year, clearly. But the defense was ready for it and made a nice play there to get a 4th down.
Well, that was huge for Amanda. Bloom was showing.
They needed that stuff.
Yeah, we just talked about it. They were showing a propensity to eat the clock and drive the ball. Well, Amanda's going to get a shot now to get themselves some momentum.
Wow, what a kick by Otto Coons.
Oh,
backs Jace Miller way up.
Wow.
And it's going to be down at the 16-yard line.
44 on that one, Jared.
Wow.
That's huge when you get punts over 40 yards with no return.
Yeah.
Just swings the whole field to your advantage.
6:07 to play in the first half. Bulldogs lead at 19-0. Amanda Clearcreek desperately wanting to get some points on the board before halftime. Because Bloom Carroll will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, Amanda needs something good to happen, really, Jared, to get some momentum their way.
Boyer goes in motion. Madison keeps himself on the right side, just nothing there.
Well, Jerry, again, they're playing his run, but the backside people are staying home to make sure that he doesn't get that cutback. You saw a really good instance of it right there in their discipline on the backside of the defense.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12. Option pitch out to the right side. Fairchild just lost his footing, but a good run by Alex Fairchild.
Yeah, he really made something out of not much there.
Yep.
Tripped up by number 8, Cody Harmon.
Tackle made by Cody Harmon. So 3rd and 6 for Amanda Clearcreek as the clock rolls down near 5 minutes. Alex Smith splits out wide to the right, or to the left side. 2 receivers out to the right. Fairchild stands beside Madison. Madison to pass. Rifles one across the middle, caught by Boyer for a 1st down.
But they needed, run a little slant, good throw by Madison, move the chains. You gotta remember, their defense has only given up 1 score.
Yeah.
Amanda's defense,
That's
they
true.
just haven't been able to get anything offensively going.
1st and 10 Aces. Madison pitches out to Fairchild. Fairchild, big hole there. Across the 40 to the 45 and brought down to the 47-yard line.
You know, that's the first time they've had success getting outside, but it's also the quickest play that they've had outside with a quick toss.
Yeah.
And it looks like Amanda's starting to get some rhythm to them offensively going, guys. They haven't had much of that either with penalties or turnovers, so we'll see how this drive turns out.
There it is to the right.
Pitch out to Fairchild, and this time,
outstanding
nice
play.
job.
Number 3, Alex Fairchild.
Scarberry in there.
That was a great play, him making a quick tackle.
Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12.
But Mariandre, I mean, offense is rhythmic, and you have to have rhythm to be successful with it.
Quick hitter, this time to, is that Miller? Yeah, Jace Miller.
5, Jace Miller.
Gets up to the 50, 3rd down and 9.
Carroll's really handled the middle of the football field, Jared.
Yeah, they have.
At the line, at the point of attack, at the line play, they have handled the middle of the field. Their defensive line has just been outstanding, giving up nothing inside.
They call it 3rd and 8 officially. Madison back
Yep,
to
they
pass.
blitzed.
And he's going to be brought down the way back in the backfield. Leading the charge, number 18, Clay Dozer.
Yeah, he came off the corner, Jared, and he disguised it really well. A sneak attack from the corner.
And Clay's playing really well.
Great call defensively, whoever's making that call for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be hard for us to pick a defensive player of the game. Both these defenses just playing really well tonight.
And am I seeing that right, that Dozier's a freshman as well, guys?
Yeah, you're right. Uh-oh.
Oh, my.
Jesse Connell on the run. Down the right sideline. He's got a blocker out there.
Oh, my.
Inside the 5. And finally down at the 2. It was a bad snap, and Connell makes something out of nothing.
Sometimes you have to have players that make plays, and sometimes you need a little luck, Jared. You bobble the snap on a punt.
That gives the Aces some life.
Sure does.
How about the speed from Connell?
Showed he can run, though.
We were talking about his rushing average earlier. Yeah, that's got to help that out as well. What a run.
Actually wasn't that bad of a snap. He just dropped it. He had to go up a little bit high for it.
Now, he saw the running lane, though, Jared.
Yeah.
Good identification on his part. Now they're going to go for the touchdown here and see if they can cut into this lead.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Madison goes forward himself, dives forward.
Second.
Maybe a short gain.
Yeah, again, Carroll defensive line is very, very good in the middle.
Second and goal.
2nd and goal, looks like it's spotted at the 1. Madison hands it off to Fairchild. Fairchild's into the end zone. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown Aces.
He had a push.
Number 3, Alex Fairchild.
Boy, how about that?
Big turn of events here.
After that high snap,
133.
Connell gets it down inside the 5, and then Fairchild caps it off with a touchdown run.
That's big. Now you start to feel like you got a chance. You know, you're almost starting to wonder.
Zach Meadows on to kick the extra point. It'll be out of the hold of Skylar Boyer, I believe, or maybe that's Miller holding. And they're going to fake it. Boyer lofts one into the end zone. Alex Smith, the circus catch. He tipped it, bobbled it, and hauled it in. Wow.
Hey, you're within 11 now, Jared.
Yeah. That's big.
It sure is. I like the call, though. Both coaches not going home with them. That's for sure. You love it.
Some great football games going on around the area tonight. We've got a good one here at Bloom Carroll all of a sudden. How about this one over at Lancaster? Pickerington Central had taken a 10-3 lead. Lancaster comes back and scores a tie at 10-10. Now Pickerington goes right back up 17-10. That's just like a Pickerington Central Lancaster ball game.
Yeah, it is.
It's always a battle.
Yeah, the Lancaster doesn't want to get into a shootout with them.
No.
You know, you want to keep that game under control if you're going to have a chance to win. You got to be tight in the 4th quarter and then make a break.
Groveport and Canal tied up at 7 at halftime. Pickerington North all over Grove City 28-3. It is Harvest Prep over Byrne Union 14-7 in the 2nd quarter. Whitehall leads Liberty Union 13-6 in the 2nd quarter as we get our drive summary. 10 plays, 84 yards, 4:36 off the clock. A 1-yard touchdown run for Alex Fairchild, and then a 2-point conversion pass from Skylar Boyer to Alex Smith. Makes it 19-8, minute 33 to play in this first half.
Don't expect Carroll to sit on it either,
No.
Jared. Never plays conservative.
So Meadows will kick it off. Scarberry and Evans back deep for the Bulldogs. Kick will be taken at the 12 by Evans coming near side. Evans gets by one man up to the 25 and still on his feet, and finally brought down about the 29.
It's a good return. Put you in position to do some damage. You got a minute and a half here, just under.
So minute 24 to play in the first half.
Well, you got 2 timeouts here. The minute 24, the clock stops on first downs, and you've got a really outstanding quarterback. So why not play for it? What do you got to lose? This is a huge game for them. You have to trust your players, that you've coached them well enough that they make good decisions.
Coons with Scarberry standing to his left, sends Willett in motion. It'll be a handoff to Scarberry. Nice move there by Scarberry, and brought down near the 38. Good run by Hobie Scarberry.
Yeah, I like that. That's a draw play, Jared. They let him rush upfield. Did all the influence to the left and then brought him back to right on a draw play. Nice call. You don't see that a lot in high school.
Scarberry again, just a sophomore. 2nd down and 1. Clock under a minute to play in the half. And running. Coons again to Scarberry. Has the first down. Up across the 45.
He just kind of skirts his way through those openings.
Carroll does have 2 timeouts left.
Yes.
They'll spot the ball and run the clock at 42 seconds.
And you got to go quicker snap than that. You kind of got to have that play called.
Yeah, down to 34 now.
And reading the defense at this point.
Coons.
Go!
Passes out to Scarberry. Scarberry trying to get out of bounds. He doesn't do so.
No, call the timeout here. You got to call it.
Number 12, Otto.
Clock is still running at 20.
You got to call the timeout.
And they've got 2 of them left.
Yeah, I'm right behind Coach Bartholomew. He's going to be content to go in with the 19-8 lead.
Obviously, with not calling it soon, he just like, okay, let's not make a mistake here.
And they do get the ball to start the second half. So they will go into halftime with that 11-point lead at 19-8. Coming up, we'll have the halftime band show brought to you by Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frankie Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Band show also brought to you by Fairfield Federal. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan makes it easy to take control of your personal finances and build your wealth. You can access and manage your accounts 24 hours a day with their internet banking and bill pay service. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Your halftime score, Bloom Carroll 19, Amanda Clear Creek 8. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a band show coming up next on the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
My name is Ernest Elton Keaton, Ernie, 11th month, 15th day of 1947. I have a very interesting life. I worked for 51 years. it just come to me, what I wanted to do. Come a long way with all the pictures I've taken. I enjoy doing it to make people not sad, but happy, you know, and I have. I'm trying to do the best I can, be kind to people and everything. So I try my very best to do what's right and not wrong. If there's one world, if everybody did be everything. Same thing, same rights, you know. It'd be a boring world, I think.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Welcome back to Carroll Stadium, where your halftime score is Bloom Carroll 19, Amanda Clearcreek 8. Taking a look at our first half summary report brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. And quickly, as we talk about that first half, it looked early on like it was going to be, just a really close ball game, low scoring, and then Bloom Carroll's defense comes up big.
Outstanding defensive effort by Bloom Carroll in the first half, but I really felt Amanda gained some important momentum at the end when they took the bobbled punt and end up being a touchdown for them. I thought that was huge to have them feel like they have some hope. They have more yards than Bloom Carroll. Their defense has been sound. They've only given up the one score, and that was on a double reverse flea flicker. So, Carroll has 112 yards. Wow. That's an outstanding defensive effort by Amanda.
Yes,
but
it is.
And you're down 11 points because it comes down to big plays. And, good teams don't always play well for every second of the game, but they make big plays. And Carroll's done that here in the first half with the fumble turnover.
Yep.
And the interception. You score twice with your defense. You got to feel really good. But I'm sure Coach Bartholomew is really racking his brain about trying, how can we get the offense to move and drive the ball? But Amanda's a tough bird to do that. Yeah. Very disciplined, Jared.
Your first half stats are brought to you by Fairfield County Parks. Fairfield County Parks invites you to get outdoors with us. The parks are not just for summertime fun. There's no need to be stuck inside. Come on out and enjoy the great colors of autumn, observe wildlife, and view landscapes. Find us at the Art Hall during the Fairfield County Fair for fun and prizes. Visit fairfieldcountyparks.org for our locations and a calendar of events. Hey team, we're rooting for you. Go fight, win from the Lancaster or the Fairfield County Parks Department.
Here's the interesting thing. People say, well, what adjustments did they make? Well, sometimes when people hear adjustments, they think they're going to make these huge changes. An adjustment sometimes is just a small tweak of what you do well. You might just move a person in a formation. You might block something a little different on the offensive end. Defensively, you might move closer to a spot to get in a gap. There are all kinds of small things. So I'm really anxious to see, because Coach Bartholomew is very offensive-minded. Amanda's very, very good defensively and defensive-minded. I want to see who kind of gets an edge here early in this third quarter.
Speaking of the third quarter, coming up in this quarter, we're going to be talking to the homecoming queen here at Bloom Carroll. Our Marion Royster will track her down in just a little bit and get some comments from her. Always fun time on homecoming night. Short return, a nice job defensively on the special teams for Amanda Clearcreek.
Yeah, Bloom Carroll players here right in front of us just missed blocks. I don't know what the communication was, and maybe there wasn't any. Maybe that was the problem.
I want to go down to Marion. Marion, how surprised were you that with a little around a minute or a little over a minute, Bloom Carroll didn't try to go for more there at the end of the half? With two timeouts.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised, specifically because Bloom Carroll has such a great kicker. And, when you get a pretty good return on the kickoff, usually, 3 or 4 first downs and you're right there in field goal range. So I was a little bit surprised, but then again, this is a really big game. Bloom Carroll had a nice lead going in, so, I can kind of understand, just wanting to be content with going in with the halftime lead.
Nice run there on first down by Hobie Scarberry. Scarberry picks up another first down.
Just kind of weaved his way through that, Jared, as he got around the corner on the left side.
Gonna have to see if we can get somebody to turn the lights off here in the press box. It makes it hard to see the field.
It sure does.
They had him off in the first half. It's already hard enough to see those numbers on Bloom Carroll's jerseys. Now put a glare on the window. Coons keeps it himself, gets up across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, nice gain on first down. 5 yards, put you in second down and 5. You'll take that every time.
Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs. Coons sees something in the defense. They'll hand it off to Scarberry, and he's not going anywhere.
Time.
Alex Smith is there to wrap him up.
Yeah, he just ate that up right there.
Great job by Alex Smith busting through there. We talked about him earlier in the game, coming from that defensive end spot.
Well, and they move him, Jared, from side to side. He's on the right end now.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the Amanda defense from behind.
He's giving fits to those offensive tackles from Bloom Carroll.
Now, he's going to give a lot of people fits. We've seen him before. He's a good football player.
Yeah, he is. And nice size as well, 6'6", 243.
Yeah, you can't hide real well.
Coons with lots of pressure. A little screen pass, dumps it off to Scarberry. He's got the first down and more. Up across the 50. He's got to beat Madison, and Madison brings him down along with help.
Again, what a great play. High school teams to run a screen like that, Jared, to execute it with the timing and precision that it takes, that's outstanding.
First and 10, Bulldogs inside Amanda Clearcreek territory.
See, that's how you slow down that aggressive rush, though, by the defense. You know, Coach Bartholomew has a really good offensive mind and knows what he wants to do.
Coons keeps it himself, trying to get to the outside, and gets down to near the 30-yard line. Nice run there on first down by Otto Coons.
Well, you know what made that work? Out here on the end, Austin Mesmore made a really good block from his receiver spot. You know, when you say wide receiver or flanker, you always think about catching the ball, but he did an outstanding job here. Coons gets 8 yards on the carry because of his block.
Second and 2 for Bloom Carroll. They lead at 19-8, 9-12 and counting here in the third quarter. There's a handoff on the end around to number 17 for the Bulldogs. That's Austin Mesmore.
You know what's interesting about this drive? It's been a ground attack.
Yeah,
Jared.
You're right.
Yeah, we had a screen, but that's like a run. You know,
right.
They're just trying to subdue the pressure a little bit. But this has been a running drive.
First down.
Really makes you think, guys, if when Bloom Carroll went in at halftime, they thought, hey, we're pushing those guys around up front, and Amanda can get some push up front. So, you know, they're trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Marion.
Great look there inside the helmet of Otto Coons as he sends his man in motion. Looking to pass. It's complete to number 2, Caleb Swartz. Swartz down to the 10-yard line. Another first down, Bloom Carroll.
Again, Amanda played it right, but you have to make a tackle in space. And, you know, they always say you're on an island out there, and if you don't make the tackle, it turns into big play. And, you know, outstanding execution by the Bulldogs. Little flanker screen there.
And they might have been a little bit fortunate there. Almost had a block in the back by number 51, the right tackle, but didn't get called, and they got a nice play out of it.
First and 10, Bulldogs. They can get a first down. Looks like at about the 2. Not much there for Josh Evans.
Mr. Smith comes to town.
Alex Smith, a 6'6", 243-pound senior.
Well, you know what? Some people look the part, Jared, but he plays the part also.
Yeah.
You know, you can look good, but he does it. Now he's over here on the left end. They swung him, Jared. So it's not always consistent where he lines up defensively.
Coons to pass, complete to the 10, and then hit immediately by number 10, Tim Smith.
Well defended by the Aces. Gave up some yardage, but nobody got behind you.
And how many times have they hit Willett for that 5-yard out there? I mean, that's just been easy money all night for the Bulldogs.
Willett's having himself a nice game on the receiving end.
And like I said, Marion, too, some people think that looks easy. That is not as easy as it looks.
Agreed.
Coons with time this time. He's going to tuck it and run. Inside the cut back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That is a player who sniffed the 6.
Wow.
His name's Otto Coons, and he's in for the Bulldogs.
That was impressive.
That sure was. What an impressive drive.
Yeah.
You know, again, like we talked about right before, about making adjustments, guess what? Give the first gold star to Coach Bartholomew and his staff.
Absolutely. Shirky comes on to kick the extra point. Out of the hold of Bo Weiscarver. And it's good.
Still getting a lot of pressure from the
Yeah,
end.
they are. So with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter, Bloom Carroll takes the commanding lead 26-8.
Boy,
as they score out of the with their first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, what an impressive drive. You know, what they take off here, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Took 5 minutes off the clock, drove it the distance of, 88 yards? I know Beth will come up here with the drive. I think it was around the 12, 14
I think
yard
you're
line
right,
for
because
sure.
it was a nice kick and nice coverage.
What an impressive drive to start the quarter.
It's a good look at the concession area here at Bloom Carroll. I tell you what, when we came here, when we got here a little after 6, they already had the grill fired up, and they know how to do it here. They grill up some nice burgers.
Yeah. Nothing bad over at that concession stand, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Did anybody get Tom Russo a burger, though? It's a special night for Tom.
Well, yeah, you got to feed the guy.
Yeah. Let me tell you the drive summary, then I'll tell you why it's a special night for Tom. 10 plays, 88 yards, 5 minutes off the clock. You were right, Shu, 88 yards.
That's what I thought.
And the touchdown run by Otto Kuhns. It is Tom Russo and his wife Sherry's 16th anniversary tonight, and he's spending it with us. There he is.
How blessed we are.
Our sideline or our on-field cameraman, the best in the business, does a great job. He's not afraid to take a hit. He'll stand right in there. Watch this. This is coming toward him on the return. There it is. That's a shot from Tom's camera.
Number 5, Chase Miller, the ball carrier.
So let's look at Tom and Sherry. 16 years ago today. Look at that. How about that? Happy anniversary.
What a great photo.
So can I had the benefit to see that picture earlier, guys. 2 things about it. Number 1, Tom looks like he's about 16 in that picture. And number 2, he outkicked his coverage a little bit because in that pic. And Sherry, I know her personally. She's a beautiful woman. So congratulations to Tom and Sherry.
Absolutely.
Marianne, we all outkick our coverage if we
I
tell the truth.
I definitely have.
So congratulations to Tom and Sherry Russo. 16 years. Ain't love grand. That's a Marty Brenneman thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Madison pressured and going to be brought down in the backfield, way back there at about the 17-yard line.
Well, what I like is he didn't go down, and you had great second effort right there. Bloom Carroll, Robbie Duncan has been all over the backfield of Amanda tonight. He's played really well, Jared. He just gave a great second effort.
Second down and 17 now for the Aces.
Force him to pass again.
Yep, Madison is back to pass. Over the middle, he's got Chase Miller. He's caught. Miller to the 45, breaks a tackle to the 50. Still on his feet. Miller down there all by himself. Great job by on the pass by Peyton Madison, and then the run after the catch by Jace Miller.
Yeah, good toss completion, good yardage. The Aces are not going to quit. We talked about their resiliency, their ability to be tough, and they have a lot of pride, Jared. Not going to lay down here. They're going to fight right back.
Jace is their leading receiver coming into
you
tonight's
ball game. You can see it right
game.
here. Look, he's wide open.
Or second leading receiver, I should say. Here's Madison on the keeper. Not a whole lot there. Someone's got a foot and not letting go.
They have not been able to get the ball between the tackles.
No.
Carroll's line has really stood up to the Amanda offensive line tonight.
Coming into tonight's game, Jace Miller had caught 8 passes for 163 yards, an average of 20.4 per catch and 3 touchdowns.
Showed his ability right there and his ability to also run and fight off defenders.
Yeah. 2nd and 9 for the Aces. Madison looking to pass. Now he's pressured. Lofts one down to the goal line, and it's broken up.
Very good play defensively.
intended for, I can't see the number. Was that Hunter?
That's
Number
Andrew
11?
Hunter.
Got to get somebody to turn these lights off. I'm struggling.
Yeah, well, that's the opposite corner from where we are, too. That's the distance. It's not your age, Jared.
Third down and 9, and now we've got a flag coming in.
5, 6, 7.
He's counting them. You hear him.
Substitution.
Mike the Ref tonight brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster. Officiating crew tonight.
Yeah, Jim Berry's the referee that we've seen tonight on most of the show's views here. Umpire Eric Rowe, linesman David Kelly, line judge is Bob Bricking, and the back judge is Jeff Howard.
So after the penalty backs him up, 3rd and 14.
They've done a fine job of officiating the game, Jared.
Yes, they have. Madison, he's got a man out
He
there.
does.
Caught for the touchdown. Andrew Hunter. And
yeah,
Madison was hit and is down on the field after the pass.
He hung in, though, Jared,
He
and
did.
he laid it out there. Just flat out outrun the corner on that situation, the Amanda receiver.
But what a great pass from Peyton Madison to Andrew Hunter for a touchdown. And there's Hunter over top of his quarterback now.
Yeah, he's staying down right now. Watch here. Get an opportunity. We can see the end of the play. Here's the pressure.
What's that?
Yeah, he really didn't get to see it, did we?
Perfect pass. Caught him in stride. Might have just maybe got the breath knocked out of him.
I hope.
Knocked out of him or something. He's up now to a seated position.
Yeah, they got the helmet off of him. But he's walking off on his own, and that's always a good sign, actually jogging off.
Tell you what, as I mentioned earlier, I had a chance, I taught these kids from Amanda back when they were in 7th grade, the seniors and the juniors, and you won't meet much nicer kids. Never given any trouble. They're just great kids. Peyton is one of the leaders of that junior class, and of course he hit Andrew Hunter for the touchdown. He's a leader of the senior class. Just some good kids out there coming from great families. So hopefully Peyton will be back in there next possession. Zach Meadows on to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good.
Boy, give the Aces credit, Jared. Came right back after that impressive 5-minute drive by the Bulldogs to answer them. And they did it in 2 minutes, or 1:59 actually.
6 plays, 75 yards, 1:59 off the clock. A 32-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Madison to Andrew Hunter to bring it to within 11 at 26-15.
And two teams that have played well defensively just got, scored upon pretty quick here in this quarter. Bloom Carroll's wasn't as quick. It was very much a ground attack. But what a big play for the Aces right there, Jared.
Well, we have a little stoppage here. I want to send our thoughts and prayers out to some folks in Lancaster, the Lancaster Police Department, and the family of Lancaster Police Lieutenant Brian Lowe, who died unexpectedly over the weekend. He was laid to rest today. Just a tremendous showing of support from the Lancaster community and actually police departments all around the state came in today. And see some pictures on your screen now. Our crew had a chance. They were out shooting some footage of that. They were asked to come to the funeral and shoot some footage of all the officers, and just a tough time. So we send our thoughts and prayers out to the entire Lancaster Police Department, and of course, obviously the family of Lancaster Police Lieutenant Brian Lowe. His wife Jocelyn spoke at the funeral today. Just did an amazing job. I just can't imagine what his family's going through with 2 young children as well. So wish them the best. Pretty good return there for Bloom Carroll and some extracurricular activity after the return. But the Bulldogs going to have the ball up near the 30-yard line. And let's go down to the sideline. I think Marion is standing by with with someone special down there, Marion, right?
Yes, I do. I'm here with some very special guests, the king and queen of Bloom Carroll's 2018 homecoming court. I have Emily Eveline. I'm sorry, I tried to practice that. Emily Eveline and David Arnold. So congratulations to you both. So first, I'll just ask you, how did you feel when they called your name? Were you surprised? Anything?
I was definitely surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
In a good way, though, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Definitely, yeah.
Good. Well, how's your senior year going so far? It's finally here. I'm sure you've waited such a long time for it. How's your year going so far?
Pretty good. School's going well. Just applying for like college and stuff. It's a good time.
Yeah, classes are good. They're fun. Having a good time. It's hard. Looking forward to college, but it's been fun. It's a good time.
What's been your favorite thing about your senior year so far?
I think just getting to experience everything for the last time kind of helps you appreciate it more.
Yeah, definitely hanging with classmates and just enjoying the environment.
Okay, well, fantastic. And I know you guys probably have to be involved in a lot of extracurricular activities as well. What about you, Emily? I heard you had a big day here recently.
A big day?
Yeah. I hear you're a tennis player.
Oh yeah, today was sectionals. That went pretty well. We won our first couple matches, and we have our first singles players going on to districts tomorrow, which is exciting. So we're doing pretty good.
Awesome, congratulations. How about you, David?
I run track. We usually do pretty good. Go to districts, regionals. I'm in the National Honor Society, and I'm in the French Club.
Congrats, awesome. And you mentioned applying for a lot of colleges. Do you have any plans for after high school?
Right now I'm thinking about going to Liberty University down in Virginia, getting my degree as an intervention specialist, and we'll see what happens with that, I guess.
That's a great career path. How about you, David?
I'm undecided on my college. I'm really still kind of in between what I want to do, major in, but I'm really leaning towards architecture, stuff like that. So.
Wow, a couple smart cookies here, guys. So, and the last thing I'll ask, we talked about your long-term plans. How about your short-term plans? What's the plans for this weekend? Anything fun lined up for the dance?
Homecoming's tomorrow. That's about all I have planned right now.
Going to eat anywhere nice, or?
I'm going to go to Olive Garden before, probably Buffalo Wild Wings after. Hang out with friends.
Dream big, right? Hey, if the food's good, why not? Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and congratulations again, and best of luck in your senior year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Marion. I actually know Emily's parents, Holly and Marty Eveline, and just a great family. Congratulations to both the Queen and King.
What impressive young people.
Absolutely.
I love it. Great job by Marion. But let me also, we're talking about the Bloom Carroll tennis. I want to throw a shout out to their number one who is going to the state. This is the daughter of Tim Graham, who I saw tonight. Tim is a former Lancaster High School grad. That was a three-sport varsity athlete at Lancaster High, and as good as they got, and ended up playing minor league baseball in the Red Sox chain. I had the fortune of being able to coach Tim back in the day in the 80s, but saw him tonight and made my heart warm. And then he tells me his daughter's going to state in tennis. So
that's awesome.
Congrats to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Injured Amanda Clearcreek ace being helped off the field. I thought maybe it was just a cramp, but looks maybe to be a little more than that. Seth Turner, a senior, being helped off the field. Quickly get some score updates. Canal Winchester leads Groveport Madison 14-7 in the fourth quarter. In the MVL, Tri-Valley right now leading Sheridan. That's a huge one in the MVL in the third quarter, 10-7 Tri-Valley over Sheridan. It's New Lexington over Crooksville, 22-7. Pickerington North leads Grove City, 28-3. It is Pickerington Central over Lancaster, 23-10 in the third quarter. It is Harvest Prep over Bern Union, 14-7 at halftime. Whitehall leads Liberty Union 13-6 in the second quarter. Here's Coons on the keeper across the 50 and finally brought down in Amanda Clearcreek territory.
I tell you, Otto Coons has shown his toughness in this third quarter. That was the run before, and that run right there, Jared. He's stiff-armed here on the corner, and he's playing for keeps right now.
Yes, he is.
You kind of like that when your best player's got a little toughness to him.
These guys know the importance of this game. Amanda Clearcreek 6-0 overall, 2-0 in the league. Bloom Carroll 5-1 overall, but 2-1 in the league. They already have that one league loss to Taze Valley, so they want to stay in that race.
Sure.
Here's what they're hoping. They're hoping to beat Amanda Clearcreek and then get Amanda Clearcreek to beat Taze Valley for them at the end of the season.
You never know how things play out till you play them either.
Here's Coons again. Nice move. Kind of ducks that last tackler to get an extra yard or two.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. He doesn't necessarily look that fast because he's kind of a strider, but he's faster than you think once you see him here on the field.
Yep.
And he's showing some toughness running the football. He did not run the ball out the first half.
No.
Yeah, you know, the other thing about Coons here, he does such a nice job of circling the field. He gets to the sidelines as quickly as possible. You know, it's just the old adage, run it where they ain't. And, you know, if you get to the sideline and nobody's there, you can get a couple extra yards.
Yeah, good point, Marianne.
1st and 10 at the 32. This time he'll hand it off to Mesmore, that is.
Oh, really good defensive play coming up that time.
Number 3, Alex Fairchild.
Really good job. You know, and they are aggressive. Amanda's defense is aggressive, and you love that out of your corners on those power sweeps and jet sweeps. They come up and make the play.
Yep.
Stick your nose in there, and they're not always the biggest guy taking on a lineman or a fullback coming around there to block.
Tell you what, Shu, you and Marion are going to have a hard time choosing tonight's players of the game.
Yeah, we've both decided that you're doing it.
2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Coons back to pass with pressure. Fires one down. What a catch! Wow! Caleb Schwartz.
Did you see
defense all over it?
Did you see him throw that off his back foot, though?
Yeah.
That was not a step into and throw, Jared.
Andrew Hunter played excellent defense, but Caleb Schwartz made an even more excellent catch.
But if you don't see the ball, you can't make a play on it. Watch Coons on this replay throw it off. Brett Favre-like.
Yeah.
Honestly.
With pressure coming at him.
Oh, he threw it off his stepping back, both feet. Here you
it
go.
is.
Take a look at his release on this thing.
Here comes the pressure.
See?
Yeah.
He never ever got to stride into the football.
Wow. We'll go down to Marion for his thoughts on that one after this extra point attempt from Shirky. High snap, but it's down, and kick is up and good. Marion.
Had him blocked a little better that time.
My goodness, guys. Every time we think we've seen it all from Coons, he just continues to just impress. I tell you, and you guys hit so many things on that play, but it's for him to stand in there and stare down the barrel, as they say, hold that play action fake in for a really long time, which is exactly what he did, knowing that pressure was coming right at him, and still deliver a dime with those guys in his face. I mean, just an incredible play. Just an incredible play. Incredible throw, incredible catch. Just continued execution by Bloom Carroll. Almost said Burn Union. Great job.
And how about the play calling, too? I mean, they go run, the first drive of the third quarter, and they come back here, run, and then set up the pass.
Yeah, but Jared, that's tactical coaching in a sense that you play action it, too.
Yeah.
You don't just go straight past. As Marion said, he play action. He held it long, which froze the defenders. Drop it in.
6 plays, 70 yards, 2:08 off the clock, a 38-yard touchdown pass from Otto Coons to number 2, Caleb Schwartz.
Well, everybody scored in their possessions, so now it's your turn, Amanda.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Yep. Jace Miller stands back to receive it, as well as Andrew Hunter. Both of them standing at the 5. Shirky's kick will be taken at the 1 by Miller. Miller trying to get to the outside. He's got it. Miller finally brought down at about the 30. I believe it was Shirky. Was it Shirky? No, it was. Is that number 19? 18, Clay Dozer on the stop. I'm sorry, 13. Austin Freer. Another sophomore making a tackle there. That's the son of PA announcer Donnie Freer, who made that.
Had Donnie in school also. I must be getting old or something, Jared. Seems like everybody I've had around here I've had in class. Tell you what, you be around young people like this, they keep you young.
Yeah. Are you sure? I've got 3 young kids.
Believe me.
I got a 3-year-old. Are you sure they keep you young?
Yeah, in the long run.
Why is my beard getting more gray then?
Just a sign of knowledge is what you got to remember. You're learning more about them and from them.
True.
They'll teach you even if you don't want to learn.
Yeah, I've got a 3-year-old, an 8-year-old who's about to turn 9. Acts more like she's 16. And an 11-year-old who's actually he's the ball boy tonight at the Lancaster game.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, I was joking with my wife tonight because I used, as you know, I coached high school baseball for 17 years, and I gave that up. This will be my second year out of it. After this play, I'll tell you what my thought was. Here's a nice little run right up the middle quicker. That's the first time they've really been able to do that.
That is the first time they have actually broken through the middle of Carroll's defensive front line.
Yeah. But I was joking with my wife tonight before I left to come to the game. I said, honey, should I go back to coaching? Because I think I saw you more when I was a coach than I do now. We've got, 3 kids. They're all involved in stuff. And she said, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's called the Stewart Taxi Service is what you call it.
Yeah.
Been there.
3rd down and 3 for the Aces. Twin receivers out to the near side. Madison keeps it. And close to that first down marker. I think he got it.
Yeah, I think with his extra effort there and surge, made the first down.
It's not a bad drive here starting out for the Aces. Clock rolls down to a minute 53 and counting here in this 3rd quarter. 33-15 is your score. Bulldogs on top of the Aces. There's a handoff, first man through, and stood up and driven backwards. Robbie Duncan gets in there, as well as Trace Wisecarver.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell the number that just blew it up. He didn't make the tackle, Jared, but his penetration just slowed the whole thing down and threw the timing off.
I think that was Wisecarver, number 3, coming in.
He's a freshman, Jared. I
Wow.
saw his dad tonight. He's an assistant principal here in the Carroll
He's listed
district.
as a junior.
Oh, no, that's his older. That's his younger brother. I'm sorry. My bad.
It wouldn't surprise me, though. They've got a lot of good young talent.
Yeah.
Here's Madison. On that option, he decides to keep it. Probably not the best decision. He fumbled, but he got it right back.
They, again, are taking away the cutback. They've done a great job, defensive line, of just not allowing that cutback.
Yeah. 3rd and 9 coming up.
Every time he turns back, he finds purple.
Here's Madison rolling out to the near side. He's got pressure, and he just throws it away. He had pressure coming in, number 2. That's Caleb Swartz.
They have been all over him tonight. He has had to really hang in there.
Yeah.
As good as Amanda's line is, Carroll's defensive line has played outstanding.
Yep.
Well, there they are.
Yeah, there's my 3. Gavin on the left, he's 11. Scarlett right next to him, she's 3.
Oh my!
And Brooklyn to my right, to my left, your right she's 8.
That's a great photo.
Scarlett being 3, I joke. People always talk about terrible 2s. I say, well, whoever made that, they didn't wait till their kid was 3 to see how much worse it gets.
Yeah, they become that much more knowledgeable.
100% agree with that.
You agree with that, Mario?
So much worse.
It is way worse than 2, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, so much worse.
So after the punt, the Bulldogs will take over with 16.3 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. They'll have the ball at the 35-yard line.
You got to remember something, Jared. The age of 3 is not considered the age of reason.
No joke there. Zach Sabo comes trotting onto the field to get on that offensive line. I think he's replacing Robbie Duncan, who's getting a break.
Again, Amanda's daring them to throw it.
Low snap and a pass complete out to Evans. And he gets up across the 30 to about the 31.
Yeah, I mean, that's a first down play of 5 yards. Look at the Amanda safeties here, Jared. Watch them sneak up. Now this time they're back a little bit.
2nd and 6.
A little bit more this time. Here comes pressure.
Coons gives it to check that. That's not Wisecarver. That is Hobie Scarberry.
He's been really good all night. The line has opened some things up to give him that initial burst, but he does a great job of reading the hole and then making yards after that by getting up the field.
Time's going to run out here in the third quarter, and they'll move up the other side of the field. Led by Coach Wade Bartholomew. The Bulldogs lead it 33-15. Want to give a shout out to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. Always doing a fabulous job, giving up their Friday nights, sometimes Saturday nights. And, of course, some of the folks in the truck give up all day and night and all weekend. Jim Spires on our top camera. Jason Roush is also up in the stands. And Tom Russo, we talked about him down on the field. In the truck tonight, Donnie Ziegfeld, Bob Campetti, Shane Messina, and Beth Campetti. Also, Mason Gunther still with this, doing a great job this season is Mason out of that Lancaster High School broadcasting crew led by Scott Burke. On first down, a short gain there, maybe one, by Scarberry.
Great facilities anyway, here we have in the Mid-State League.
Yeah.
Here at Carroll, this is great campus. Fairfield Union's outstanding. Look for some playoff games at Lancaster High School this year. Now the turf has been installed. It's always been a great place because of the location from between north and south.
Yeah, you're right.
Along with all the parking.
Plenty of seating on both
sides.
sides.
Oh, absolutely. Just a great place to have a playoff game.
Coons looking to pass. What a catch. Diving catch by number 3. That's Trace Wisecarver.
Yeah, you can't defend it. Good for Trace.
Coons threw it where only Wisecarver could get it.
How they calling it incomplete?
Do we have a flag or was it incomplete?
No, called it no catch.
Oh. Okay, I thought he had it.
Well, we have the bench in front of us. Maybe it dropped. I thought he caught it. I'm like you.
Third down and 9.
Yeah, big play for the Aces.
Scarberry stands to Coons' left. He's got 3 receivers out to the near side. Otto will hand it to Scarberry. Breaks one tackle, trying to get to the outside, and good job on the pursuit there. Number 3 again, Alex Fairchild.
A good call. You have that little draw that they ran early in the game against the pressure, but he got slowed down, and the pursuit by the Aces was outstanding. Now, again, we're going to get that punt again, but they put a guy back. You notice the Aces said, I'm not going to have that happen again.
That's Jace Miller. Now he's coming back up.
Well, then they're going to quick kick it again. You watch.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, here he goes. Now Jace is running back.
Now we're playing chess.
Low snap. And Miller's going to be able to return this one. Catches it at the 18. Makes a good move and then takes a hard hit at the 25.
Really
and
good
a flag
coverage.
Comes in.
Yeah. What do you think, a face mask?
6'5" white.
We'll get the call from our official.
Or a block in the back.
On the 25, you can take all of it. During the return, illegal block in the back, number 65 on the return team. 10 yards from the spot. First down.
Boy, that changes it. Now you got to drive it 90 yards.
Yeah. First and 10 for the Aces. Madison hands it off. It's Jace Miller. And finally brought down after getting a first down.
Again, having a little success between the tackles here.
And we have a Bulldog down on the ground. Must be a cramp. Going to get that worked out. Let's go ahead and go to our lineman of the game tonight. We're going to honor an Amanda Clearcreek ace as our lineman of the game. Brought to you by South Central Power. Being a lineman isn't easy. Whether you're shutting down the run or restoring power after a storm, at South Central Power, we salute all linemen, from the gridiron to the power pole. Our linemen work 24/7 to power your community. And this fall, they'll be visiting high schools each week to present our Lineman of the Game award to a hardworking high school lineman. To see the winners, follow South Central Power on Facebook or Instagram, and I also know that they tweet those out as well. I've seen those on there. So our Lineman of the Week brought to you by South Central Power. Shoe?
Well, for me, I think it's Alex Smith, number 44 on the defensive end. He's been so active. And even if he's not on the play, they have to give so much attention to him that he frees up other people. That's my opinion for the night.
And he plays tight end, which technically they're up on the line. So what do you think, Marion? You agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree, guys. Alex Smith has done a tremendous job, as she was saying. Just the disruption that he's caused on the defensive side of the ball. Even if he hasn't been able to make the play, he's caused a great disruption that's been beneficial for Amanda Clearcreek. Curtis Butterball, on the offensive side of the ball from his tackle spot has played a real nice game as well. But I would agree with Shu. I mean, Alex Smith has just done a really nice job.
So congratulations to number 44 of the Amanda Clearcreek Aces, Alex Smith. 6'6", 243-pound senior. There he is. He's just had a tremendous game. We've been watching him all night, especially from that defensive end spot. He's just been blowing his man off the ball and getting in the backfield.
It's impressive they move him around.
Yeah.
So you can't just be consistently on one way away from him.
Yep. Now on the offensive side, he's split out wide to the right side. The pass is intercepted. Intercepted by number 2. That's Caleb Swartz. And a flag comes in late at the end of the play.
Yeah, we had an illegal block, I'm sure, on the return, but.
You got a block back there? Okay. So is that a good spot, Eric? What was your number?
Looks like number 8, Cody Harmon on the interception.
So you're going 10 from there. That's a 14. You're going to take it all. Going to take it all.
We'll see what the call is here.
After the interception, during the return, illegal block in the back, number 50 on the defense. That's 10 yards from the spot. Bloom Carroll ball, 1st and 10.
It's called on defensive tackle, Aiden Kirby. He does not play on the offensive side, so when he becomes a blocker, it's tough for him,
Yeah, that's the call you have, though, when you have the turnover. What a great explanation by referee Jim Berry, though. Makes it clear and concise.
Yeah,
we understand what the call is and what the penalty and how it's enforced. I love it.
Gales put another score on the board. They're down 23-17 now.
All you want's a chance some
Yeah.
night. You know what? Sometimes you get a break if you keep it close.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Here's a handoff to Josh Evans. No gain there. He's brought down by, once again,
look
number
who
29.
blew that up, though.
Yeah,
Did you
Lane
see
Stevens and also Alex Smith.
Alex Smith just came in there. I mean, you got to account for him with maybe 2 people. Just forced that whole thing.
And guys, just real quick on that last interception, that was actually Cody Harmon, sophomore, making that play number 8. I know it's a little tough to see those numbers, but yeah, it was Cody Harmon. Did a nice job there.
Sure did.
Yeah, another sophomore, Cody Harmon. 2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs. Coons back to pass, fakes the handoff. And, wow, that's a dangerous pass. Is that intercepted by Jace Miller? It is.
Oh, what a –
wow.
Again.
What a catch by Jace Miller.
Threw across his body, Jared. Yep. Not across, but he's running one way and he's throwing back across the middle. Just bad things aren't going to happen. They're just going to happen to you when you do that. Boy, you just, as a coach – because right now the clock is your friend.
Yeah.
And if you can keep that clock running, you can minimize Amanda's chance of even coming back. And boy, they've got a chance now. And Otto will get better. I mean, he'll make that decision. There's nothing wrong being aggressive, but you got to be smart aggressive.
Andrew Hunter in at quarterback now for the Aces. Hunter keeping it himself. And
still outstanding defense by Carroll, staying in their lanes on the backside.
Got about 3. Second down and 7 for the Aces. Not sure if Madison, we saw him get injured earlier in the game, and I think at the end of that, after that interception, he might have gotten injured as well. There's an incomplete pass. Boyer tried to run with it before he had it. So the clock stops at 8:46 to play in the ball game. Yeah, looking over there on that Aces sideline, Peyton Madison is up on the trainer's table. Seem to be looking at a leg. Hunter, pass is complete, out to number 13. That's Brock Banker. Short gain on the play.
Now what do? You know, you're down, 18 points with 8.5 minutes to go. Don't you have to go for it here, Jared?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to. It looks like they're
not
going pump formation.
Now, we did see earlier.
Yeah.
Jesse Connell dropped a snap on a punt and then ran a long way, getting it inside the 5, and that led to a score.
Now let's see here. You kind of got to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
If you're Bloom Carroll.
Good snap. Connell gets it away, a high punt, kind of a short punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 47. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Good field position here. They lead at 33-15. 7:52 to play in the ball game. Going to get our players of the game coming up in just a little bit. We'll have one from each team. Coons, nice cut back there. Coons gets a block on the outside and finally brought down. Boy, credit number 10, Tim Smith from Amanda Clearcreek. It looked like Coons was going to go all the way to the end zone, but Tim Smith tracks him down from behind.
But I'm going to tell you, Trace Weiscarver blocking out here gave him an extra 20 yards. You know, when you run that spread like that and you have a quarterback, you got to have receivers that'll block.
Yep.
This is more like what you want in this situation, Jared. You know, I agree how they play. I'm going to run Otto Coons. I don't want him to throw it.
Coons inside the 15, finally brought down there.
See him trying to get it from him. Did a great job protecting the football.
Brought down by number 3, Alex Fairchild. Looks like the Bulldogs will have a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Going to let some time run here.
Yeah, now you're playing the game. Situational pieces are important in sports.
There's a handoff to Scarberry. Boy, he just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter right now. The amount of time you're going to eat up, Jared, is the biggest thing you want to do right now.
Yep.
Whether or not you get another score, you know, that's great. You want to always score. But the bottom line is you got to take that clock down and put Amanda in a situation where they feel like it's almost hopeless.
Right. Second down and 13 rather, for the Bulldogs. Here's Coons. He has pressure. And Lane Stevens gets a hand on him at first and then brought down by Alex Smith, and 56 for the Aces.
Yeah, I like that call because you forced them to take a timeout now.
Looks like the Bulldogs will take a timeout.
Bloom Carroll going to take a timeout with 6:08 to play in regulation. They lead it 33-15. Check some scores quickly. I know we're mentioning some scores of interest around the area, but man, a big battle in the MVL. Tri-Valley still leads Sheridan in the 4th quarter now, 13-7.
Wow, that's amazing. Sheridan went in averaging like 48 points a game.
Right. New Lexington leads Crooksville 22-13. New Lex actually in the same region As is it Amanda Clearcreek or is it Bloom Carroll?
It's Bloom.
Yeah, we'll get to those in just a minute as well. Because both these teams have a chance at the playoffs, big-time chance. Pickerington North leads Grove City 42-10 in the fourth quarter. Canal Winchester leads Groveport Madison 14-7. It is Lancaster, as I mentioned, trailing Pickerington Central 23-17 in the third quarter. Harvest Prep leads Byrne Union 22-7 in the third quarter. And Whitehall leads Liberty Union 26-6 in the third quarter. Third down and 11. And before we get to this play, because it looks like it's going to take a while to get this play off, I guess there was a visitor that came to visit the IVP office this week. We talked about Marion's children. There's Grant. Like, what a great picture.
He looks quite comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been keeping us up all night, too.
Gets his good looks from his mother, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely he does.
Wow.
Here comes a flag from far across the field. It's going to be on Bloom Carroll.
But again, all that time you took up on that play, if they take the penalty, you're going to get another play, Jared, and more clock time.
Yep.
So that's big for Amanda's decision.
Illegal block in the back. 55 on the offense. 10 yards. Replay second down.
Just puts them in a bind.
Inbounds, we're going to wind.
We're going to play third down and about 17 or 18 yards here. Coons has Scarberry standing to his left.
I love the play clocks in the end zone.
Yeah. Scarberry with pressure. Imagine that. It was Alex Smith. Now he's on the run being chased by Jesse Connell. Low hit there.
Yeah, but how smart
Jace
is
Miller
he?
coming in and making the tackle.
He made
Stayed
sure
in
he
bounds.
didn't go out of
Yeah.
bounds. He just said, I'm going to stop. And again, now that's a bright play there by Otto.
Yep.
Yeah, must understand situational football.
Next stoppage, we're going to take a look at the regional alignments for these two teams. Of course, Bloom Carroll out of Division 4, Region 15. Amanda Clearcreek, Division 5, Region 19. They currently are both sitting in playoff contention. And I would have to say that Bloom Carroll, with a little bit easier, I guess you could say, rest of the final schedule than Amanda Clearcreek has. Now we have a timeout on the field, so let's take a look at those regional alignments.
Well, this is Amanda's Division 5. They're fourth currently right now. Okay, and you look at the cumulative points. Obviously, anytime you lose doesn't help you. A lot of times it'll put you on the road, but the bottom line is your goal is to get in.
Yeah.
If you get a home game, that's a plus, and they have a chance to do that with the games on their schedule. Especially if you can beat Taze in Week 10,
yep.
They won't have a problem with that. Now that's a tough region, Jared.
Yes, it is.
There's some names in there. Whether you say Ironton, Bel Air, Ridgewood's always good. Johnstown, Monroe, our friends up there have only lost one game to Granville.
Yeah.
Coach Buttermore is over there, and Martins Ferry is always good.
Yep.
You go to Region 15. Bloom's probably going to move themselves into position because they're going to gain some big points here tonight, beating an undefeated, even though it's a Division 5 team, one step down. That's going to boost them, and that's a good region for them.
Now, we've been given the score of New Lexington, who's at 7 right now.
Yeah.
But they've got a tough road to go in the next few weeks.
Yeah, they finish up with an undefeated currently right now Sheridan team.
Yeah.
John Glenn, who we saw come up here and knock Carroll out of the playoffs, and a Philo team that lost in the regionals last year. So they've got 3 teams that they have to beat. They'll have to win one of those games, Jared.
Here comes a 34-yard field goal attempt for Cameron Shirkey. Good snap, good hold, and it's blocked. It's still loose on the field. And it's blocked. That's the second time we've seen him block tonight.
Easy for Amanda that time. They have absolutely just, taken it to the kick block unit for Bloom Carroll. They've had some successful ones, but there's been some that are close.
Yep.
Great job by the Amanda special teams on their defensive, kicking team.
We talked about how tough that Division 5 Region 19 is that Amanda's in. But the Division 4 Region 15 that Bloom Carroll's in is also tough.
Oh,
St.
yeah.
Clairsville, they're tough, 6-0.
Always good.
Unioto's having a great season right ahead of Bloom Carroll. So is Gallia Academy. And Fairland just below Bloom Carroll. They're 3-3, but their big win on the season is against Athens. And that's really what's given them some points. That's Athens' only loss.
Yeah, Proctorville always has a good team.
Pass out to Jace Miller. He tried to catch it off the bounce.
I was going to say, we're not playing cricket, are we? Get on the first hop.
Did a nice job fielding the short hop, though.
Guys, one thing I'd like to also mention, too, Bloom Carroll's had such a great season. They have the one loss on the season to Taze Valley, but that one loss came on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And, I know Coach Bartholomew wouldn't want us making any excuses for them, but when you got a lot of young guys playing on a short week, that does make a difference. So, that may have something to do with it. Nothing you can do about computer points now, but something to think about.
Hunter back to pass. He's pressured. Gets some blocks, and then he's knocked down almost at the line of scrimmage. Tim, I keep getting text score updates from Lancaster because my wife is there since Gavin is being the ball boy. She just texted me that Pickerington went up 30-17. 30 seconds later, texts me and says it's 30-24.
That track meet is on display.
I have to imagine that might have been a kickoff return. So we've seen Max Hamilton with his speed do that. Here, Bloom Carroll, 33-15 is your score. 3:56 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Hunter airs it out down the far sideline. Tip drill.
Yep.
And it's intercepted over on the far side. Was that number 7?
Yes.
Brandon Totten comes away with it, I think. Yeah.
Really good defensive play by the cornerback, Jared. He didn't make the interception, but he made the play.
Yep. Great diving interception by Totten, the freshman. Watch this.
But watch the play he makes on this ball.
Yeah.
Went up, turned his head, saw the ball. We talked earlier, it's hard to make a play on it if you don't see it.
Yep.
It's not impossible, but it's much harder.
And really good job over there by Jace Miller. He knew that ball was going to get intercepted, so he just became a defender right away. Not much you could do about a tipped ball like that, and just a great interception by number 7, Brandon Totten. Here's a handoff to Scarberry. Let's get to our players of the game as we roll down inside of 4 minutes. We're going to go with the defensive player of the game first, and we're going to call the defensive player from Amanda Clearcreek. Our defensive player is brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today.
We talked about Alex Miller and
Alex Smith.
Or Alex Smith, and he's the lineman of the game. But I think a real contributor to Amanda's defense also tonight, Jared, has been Lane Stevens, linebacker, 5'11", 225. He kind of tails Alex as far as which side of the field he goes, and he's been really active, stirred up a lot of things, made a lot of outstanding tackles, and I felt he deserved the Defensive Player of the Game award for the Aces.
So congratulations, number 29 from Amanda Clearcreek, the Defensive Player of the Game. That's Lane Stevens. Lane is actually just a sophomore.
Yes.
So let's get to our Offensive Player of the Game. Offensive Player of the Game brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. Their first priority is to understand you, where you are in life and where you want to go. They look for opportunities in places other banks may see challenges. Could there be a better reason to meet? Be delighted with your bank. Fairfield National Bank is a division of the Park National Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Contact information at fairfieldnationalbank.com.
We talked in the pregame how who's going to step up and help the quarterbacks? I know Marianne brought that up. Like, who's going to be some contributors? Well, I think the player of the game for the Bulldogs tonight is Hobie Scarberry. He's run the ball well. He's done a lot of things. He's helped in pass protection. I think he's had an outstanding night. Otto Kuhns obviously shows you every night why he is what he is, but I think Hobie Scarberry has been a big step for them tonight in helping them be successful offensively.
There he is, another sophomore, number 9, Hobie Scarberry. Congratulations, our offensive player of the game. His team faces a 3rd down and 8 right here, and they call a timeout. Again, your timeouts tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company. Located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. Check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
1 remaining each way. 1 remaining each way.
So 3:11 to play in the ball game. The Bulldogs gonna move to 6-1 on the year.
Yeah, this is big for them, as we showed in the region. You know, not only in the standings that you're 1 game back, and you know you're hoping Tays can stub their toe down the stretch here and maybe end up with a tie for the conference, but just a boost in the computer is going to be interesting tomorrow. I check these sometimes if I can't sleep and whatever late at night. Joe Idle's site is the best there is.
Yes, it is.
It's updated. It's accurate, and
coming up next week, we're going to have, we've been talking about the Lancaster Golden Gales. They're having their homecoming game tonight against Pickerington Central. Next week, we'll have them back at home hosting the Gahanna Lions. It's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, always a very talented football team is Gahanna.
Here's Kuhns rolling out to the right side. Kuhns still stays on his feet, gets across the 50 and tries to dive forward for that first down marker. He's going to come up short.
I love his will, though, Jared.
Yeah.
He has a great will to be successful. You got to kick it here and make them drive it. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but you don't want to give up anything easy.
Right.
You know, you only got, you know, you're going to be under, 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. But you never know with Coach Bartholomew. I'm telling you, wouldn't want to play cards against him.
They will go for it. It's Kuhns up the middle, and he did not get it. That is right down the line where we are. He didn't get it.
Good spot by the official, too. About half a yard short.
Yeah. So it's going to be first down, Amanda Clearcreek.
Yeah, your defense has got to step up. I've been impressed with Bloom Carroll's defense all night, Jared. To be honest with you, I think they're just faster and quicker, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's helped their success. I think they've been quick to the ball from the very beginning. They've been tough on the inside, and it's really limited the Aces' offense.
1st and 10 Aces. Andrew Hunter again stays in a quarterback. They'll send Jace Miller in motion. Hunter hands it off. Quick hitter up the middle. It's Alex Fairchild, I should say, up across the 40. Nice run by Alex.
Great call. Caught him off guard totally. And as we said, they haven't really had anything inside. The tackles or guards for the most part. And boy, they just gouged him right there.
Aces coming up to the line quickly. Hunter looking to pass behind Skylar Boyer. Thought I heard the official yell tip. Was that ball tipped at the line of scrimmage?
I think that was his reference.
My clock, 2:04. 2nd and 10.
Love being able to hear, the stuff that you never get to hear.
It's true.
So what would we hear if you were mic'd up in a baseball game, Shu?
All kinds of things, mostly positive, but you work a lot, especially if you're working the play. You work a lot with the catcher and the batters. You step in, there's lots of good dialogue. Communication, positive.
Hunter pass out is complete to
3rd down.
Number 13, Brock Banker.
Yeah, each team has 1 timeout left, so Amanda's trying to get this first down to stop the clock.
Clock down to 1:45 and counting. Hunter. Oh, wow, what a catch by Skylar Boyer. Wow.
Outstanding catch.
That was Odell Beckham-like right there.
Boy, Boyer's got spunk, doesn't he, guys?
Yes, he does.
He really does. I like watching him play.
Impressive catch right there by Skylar Boyer. gives him a first down. Hunter hands it off to Fairchild. Fairchild quickly through the hole to the outside, inside the 10, and finally down at about the 6-yard line.
Put together a nice little drive here, Jared.
Yeah, they have.
Against a defense that's played really well all night. You got to remember, Fairchild's the second, leading rusher on this team. He came into the game with over 300 yards in 6 games.
Clock rolls down to 109. Hunter pitches out to Fairchild. Nice cutback. Fairchild to the middle of the field and stood up at the 1-yard line, but a great run by Alex Fairchild. Looked like he was originally trying to get to that left side. Nothing was there, so he just cut back to the middle.
Yeah, and they have not allowed the cutback all night, especially the quarterback.
Yeah.
But, they might be getting a little tired, Jared. They've been out there a good bit.
Yeah.
You got to remember, when you score those defensive touchdowns and those type things, you don't get a rest.
Right.
Because you're coming back on. But, they've had – Carroll's defense had an outstanding game, and you got to admire the aces here. You're not going to win the football game.
No.
So let's end on a positive note and carry it into the next week. Those type of things are huge when developing teams.
Well, not only that, but their starting quarterback, Peyton Madison, is out with an injury, so you never know how.
You're right.
Is Andrew Hunter now going to become the starter? We've got to work on things for him now.
And he probably hasn't had a lot of reps, Jared. That's just the way it works. So, you've got to keep that, and you got to, give credit to the Amanda coaching staff that we're going to play it till the end.
Yep. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we will try to get a word with Coach Bartholomew. Marion will try to track him down. 2nd down and goal from the 1 for the Aces.
I think the clock started. That's unofficial.
Here we go. It's on the snap. It's on the snap. Here we go.
Hunter keeps it himself, pushes forward, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, they just pushed him right off the ball there. Now you go for 2. Or do you? Yeah, I think you go for 1 because if you miss this, you need 3 scores.
Yeah.
If you kick it, all you need is a field goal and a touchdown, and it's not probable, but it's not impossible.
Shu, listen to this update I just got. Minute 53 to play in the game. Lancaster's down 30-24. The Gales have the football.
Oh my!
Down by 6.
Oh my! You never know, Jared.
You don't.
In that game,
they're on the 50-yard line.
It has been crazy in that game anyway.
Here's Jace Miller trotting into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
You got a 10-point game right now.
Makes it 33-23. With 50.5 seconds to play.
Yeah, I thought their defense looked a little tired that drive, to be honest with you.
First
time that I've seen that all night, because I think, like I said, they've had a great game. I thought Amanda came out and kind of pushed them around there a little bit on that drive.
So the Bulldogs get the ball back.
You got to remember, you're looking at it was what, 19-8 at half. As an Amanda, when you leave this, and if its score stays the same, you say we won the second half.
That's true, yeah.
You have to look for those type things, because sometimes all people see is that huge picture. And when you're trying to build a team and keep things focused, you have to look at those little battles within the war, and you've won some of them.
Yeah.
It's not always the end result that's reflective of your team.
Right.
Number 87,
Unfortunately, it's always measured that way, but it is not necessarily the case.
Zach Meadows to kick it away for the Aces. There you see the score on the Buffalo Wild Wings scoreboard, 33-23. Bloom Carroll leads at 50 seconds to play. And they will onside it, but that one doesn't go 10 yards. I don't think. Now it does.
You got a flag out of it.
I think that was a premature flag, though. I mean, because they stood and waited and watched for that ball to go. I think it finally did go 10 yards, didn't it?
I don't know whether they're marking it or not.
Jeff, is he just going to decline it and take it?
Now they're saying it must have been touched before. I mean, we'd have to look at that again to be sure. I mean,
he threw the flag before the ball even was near the 50. I mean, it definitely looked like it wasn't going to go close to 10 yards.
Procedure on the kicking team.
It got the turf roll.
Penalties declined. First down, Bloom Carroll.
Yeah, one of the things in officiating that's taught now, I know in every sport, Jared, is it's better to be late and right.
Yeah. Yep.
It is. It's better to be late and get the call right.
So first and 10. Oh. Wow.
How's those eardrums?
What'd you say?
Okay, there it was touched. I think it was touched by Jace Miller there.
Yep.
Hit
That's
his
a good
leg.
call.
Yep.
Good call. This crew's done an outstanding job at this game tonight. We had flow, and the teams played well. That always helps too.
Second down and 14.
Yeah, one more kneel down here. And
there's Coach Bartholomew.
That make you smile.
So the Bulldogs victorious tonight over the Amanda Clearcreek Aces, 33-23 on their home field, and they will move to 6-1 overall. And just that one loss in league play, and now Amanda Clearcreek with one loss, so that puts Taze Valley all alone at the top of the Mid-State League Buckeye.
Hey, when you win on homecoming against an undefeated team that's beaten you 2 years in a row, you got to feel good. And I thought both teams came in out. Just the preparation was outstanding, Jared. You could see the coaching and the planning and the scouting and the film, how they've taken all that and prepared. But it's all about those little tweaks and things. I thought a big part of it was when Bloom Carroll came out and decided to run the football in the third quarter.
So our Marion Royster has tracked down Coach Bartholomew. So we will let Marion get back to the sideline, to our cameraman, and get his headset on. So
he's going to want us here every week, Jared.
I want to thank Coach Bartholomew. He is always just gracious, and every time I email him, it's within minutes that he sends me an email back with information, anything we need, and of course being gracious enough to do an interview right after the game before he even talks to his team. So Marion has got him down on the sideline, and we will, I think, we're going to send it down to Marion, down with a victorious Coach Wade Bartholomew.
All right, guys, thank you here with Coach Bartholomew. Congratulations. What a great win. But a little different fashion. The defense made some big plays tonight. What were your thoughts about that?
Oh, they're unbelievable. They stepped up big. I mean, we had a couple freshmen. We had 3 picks by 2 freshmen. Unbelievable job by those young kids having to step in with a couple kids hurt.
Yeah, also, you talked about it, those 2 touchdowns, Clay Dozier and Eli Compass, just fantastic. What are your thoughts about the freshmen that you guys have just stepping up, as the season's going on, and just the job they've been able to do and help the team?
Yeah, we've called them our diamonds in the rough. When we started this year, we didn't know what we were getting out of that group. They've made us a 6-1 football team. Without that freshman group, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do with some of our older kids. So Clay Dozier, Luke Farrell at our left tackle spot. It's a big spot when you got a really good quarterback you got to protect. And then Eli Compass us starting, and then Brandon Tottenham to play safety tonight because the senior was hurt. Those kids have done an unbelievable job.
And he made a pick too. I mean, just tremendous job by them. And of course, Otto was awesome as he has been all season. But I know you talked about before the game how important it was for those receivers to make plays when given the chance, and it looked like they really did tonight.
Yes, they stepped up big time. We told them all week long if they could beat their skill kids, which I thought was really good, then we'd be able to chance to win this game. I had a big time catch down here. Josh Evans found a way to get open in the middle of the field, caught a couple really big passes late, to kind of seal the deal for us.
That's great, and big win tonight against a tough opponent, and you're right back in it for the league. 6-1. What does a win like this give you as far as momentum for the remainder of the season?
Tremendous momentum. This is a team that's beat us the last 2 years in last-second touchdowns. This was a big win for our confidence moving forward on who we can beat in our league now.
Fantastic. Congrats, Coach, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Back to you.
All right, thanks to Coach Bartholomew, also to Marion. And before we wrap it up, Shu, we just got a huge scoring update. The Lancaster Golden Gales go ahead 31-30 on Pickerington Central with 31 seconds to go in the game.
Incredible. Like I said, though, if you keep it close, you got a chance in the fourth quarter because the pressure goes to the favorite.
Yep.
And when they're defending state champs, you have to be the favorite.
Absolutely.
So you find out what your team's about.
So that's the team that we are going to see next week. But let's talk about this game tonight. The final stats brought to you by Fairfield County Parks. Fairfield County Parks invites you to get outdoors with us. The parks are not just for summertime fun. There's no need to be stuck inside. Come out to enjoy the great colors of autumn, observe wildlife, and view landscapes. Find us in the Art Hall during the Fairfield County Fair for fun and prizes. Visit fairfieldcountyparks.org for our locations and a calendar of events. Shu, let's go to those stats brought to you by Fairfield County Parks.
Carroll had 112 yards at halftime, Jared. In the second half, they lit up the Amanda defense for 219 yards. And look at they won the rushing battle.
Wow.
Which you would have never thought.
No.
Outstanding offensive game in the second half. I thought their defense played well. I thought they were just the quicker, faster team tonight, in my opinion. They took advantage of some big plays. We talked about that with Coach Bartholomew right there. But Amanda's got a lot of things going for them. You saw the will there at the end. They got to do things right. Now they got to make sure they got to get Madison back.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to regroup. They won the second half.
Yep.
You got to take that with you and build on and get ready for next week's game.
So again, your final score tonight: Bloom Carroll 33, Amanda Clearcreek 23. Let's go down to Marion for one final thought, Marion.
Well, just a tremendous job by both teams tonight. Really great football game, but in the end, as we talked about, Bloom Carroll's athleticism seemed to win out, and they really just made plays all over the field tonight. Otto Kuhn, their junior quarterback, was tremendous as he has been the whole season, but they got so much contribution from so many other areas, particularly the freshmen stepping up on defense and on the offensive side of the ball, the freshmen and sophomores, young guys they have. Really great job. So congratulations, and I'm sure they'll do well for the rest of the season.
Thank you, Marion. Congratulations also to Coach Bartholomew. His crew lines himself up pretty good now to hopefully get a chance at that league title. Anything can happen in this Mid-State League Buckeye.
Yeah, it's your first step. You got to take week 8 next week, and it's got to be taken the same as you took this week to play an undefeated team. And that's sometimes you always worry with young groups.
Yeah.
The maturity to be able to focus on a team next week that maybe wasn't as strong or isn't as strong or not even viewed as strong as Amanda is. So, that's the challenge of coaching every week, and I'm sure Coach Bartholomew will tackle that with full speed ahead.
Absolutely. I want to thank our entire Interface Video Productions crew. Always do an awesome job. Of course, Tom Russo, once again, happy anniversary to you and your wife, Sherry. Get home to her. 16 years. Marion, thanks for your work down on the sideline again tonight. Good job.
Thank you, guys. Great job as well.
All right, your final score again. Bloom Carroll 33, Amanda Clearcreek 23. Tim, we got a good one next week as the Lancaster Golden Gales may be coming off of the biggest victory in years over Pickerington Central.
Yeah, and they're playing a team with superb talent coming in Gahanna.
Yep. So that'll be next week right here. We want to say congratulations to the Bulldogs. Victorious tonight, 33-23. For our entire Interface Video Productions crew, for Marion Royster and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Ohio University Lancaster, Fairfield Medical Center, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, Fairfield DD, Meals on Wheels, Fairfield National Bank, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Blue Line Designs, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina. This has been an IVP Sports production.